Okay. Let's see here. So, welcome to another GameFi Paradigm session. I'm Usurper, and today's guest here is it Gus? How do
Guyce,
you
yeah,
guys?
Guy or Guyce, yeah.
Guy or guys? Okay. On the topic of beginner's introduction, um, for Zed Champions. Good morning, man. How you doing?
Good morning, good morning.
Okay. I guess take it away, man. I was looking at that list you sent me. How do you want to start on this one here? I have the screen open right now, or the website, and I'm gonna screen share real quick.
Yeah, and then so the first thing, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna jump right into one thing real quick, just so we can get our timer started, and we'll go ahead and talk about just the core loop while we get that in, right? So the first thing you're gonna want to go ahead and do to start your auction timer here is go ahead and go to your horse stable page, right? So that's the little horse head basically on the side there, and we'll go through and just talk about each of these tabs and like stuff like that, and then we'll go on Zed Sight and kind of talk about how to make your life easier playing this game right now.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to the breeding pool tab, and these are your breeding pools. So again, we're going to cover this whole pool. We just want to start this timer real quick. That way, we're not waiting on too long for your
Wh-
stud. So
Where's the breeding
Uh,
tab?
right up top, across the top. So once you're in your stable page here, that you got four different tabs. It
Oh,
says racing pool, breeding pool, stakes, and archived.
okay.
And there you go right here. So now it looks like you got tons of horses here to play around with. But we're gonna go with I think the Gin 30. Like so, you see the numbers up the top: G zeros, G33s, G35, or whatever, right?
Oh
So there's
shit. Oh, right here. Okay. Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I see that.
Yeah, again, and we'll cover all this. So
Yeah.
the G35, the stud there, the
Mm-hmm.
4.5 star. Go ahead and get that stud. So that you can see the male and female symbols. Yep, witty artisan
Okay. So I just
and hit
create auction.
create auction. Yep.
Okay. Oh shit, man, this is interesting. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right. So now, create auction or start bid at price is always 100 Z.
Just create auction. Yeah.
Okay.
You can the start bid price just tells you like what the like minimum bid price is. So that's just gonna tell you
Oh,
what the again, we're gonna do this again with some of your other horses as we walk through because you can put some of those other horses in, and we'll just go through and cover all these screens as we go,
okay. Okay. All right.
and then boom, and then now here it pops into here, right, and then just go to my auctions so you can see your so scroll back up to the top of this page. This is your auctions page here, just
Oh,
my
okay.
auctions. All right, now that's gonna be your easy way to find your stuff. So don't cancel the auction or anything like
Yep.
that. Make sure you that burns the breed. I actually don't even know if the cancel auction even works. I don't really know anybody that's ever canceled auction. Like it basically burns the breed slot, right? So
Oh,
uh,
what?
yeah, so essentially like you used up a breed slot if you hit that cancel auction.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so for now, like we're just gonna let that go. Let's just go ahead and start from the top. I wanted to get that in because as you noticed there's a 2 hour timer that started.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
so
Yeah, right
that
here.
now we got 2 hours to sit here and talk about all these things, and then you're gonna go in and make a bid on your horse and stuff as we get to that tab.
Oh shit. Let me put a timer just in case, huh? What is that? 1 hour 58. Okay. All right. Good. Good.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and just cover all the tabs. Right. Let's
Okay.
just start from the beginning. Boom, home tab. All right. It's just a quick like little landing page. Right. It's got a bunch of little things. To far left here is just some race info. You'll see that populate as you get horses in to the race pool. Or stakes, right? Like so you can stake on other people's horses, which is essentially like getting a little piece of their horse, right? So putting a little Z on a horse. So you got two options to kind of get into the game as a new player, through either breeding your own horse into the race pool or staking
Mhm.
somebody else's horse. So and again, this was like real big, like important when there was a lot more people playing, and it was a little more competitive to get into the race pool.
Yeah.
Um, so you may not have been able to just jump in and grab a breed right out the gate, with a few bucks.
Okay. And then we're still in the first home. That's home tab, right?
Yep,
Okay.
still on the home tab. Leaderboard, whatever. That middle part is just like the quick glance of what you have in the pool and what's staked, right? So it would have like some little rankings and stuff like that, with your horses and your stakes on the information. So races, the leaderboard, and then auction. So you can see that auction that we just put in on the far right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just, again, like, boom, your landing page. You can see a quick glance if you had a few auctions going. If you were to bid on somebody else's stud, then your auctions would pop up here at a quick glance. So you're right on the home page. You just get a little bit of info before even clicking around, right? So just a quick reference to a couple of things.
Okay.
I pretty much never use this. Every once in a while, if I'm only got like a few bids in, I guess, like, maybe I would see that on the homepage, but I would normally just be in the auctions hitting refresh on my auctions. So we'll go ahead and just move on. Again, this is just a real general reference tab. I
Yeah.
rarely use this myself, but I don't know. Some people might have a use for it. If you're only doing like one or two horses, I could see like this being like a decent page to be sitting on and watching your stuff, right?
Yeah. Okay. What
Uh,
next?
yeah. So next, your stable tab. We'll hit
Okay.
the stable. We're gonna talk about like just the core game loop right here through the stable tab. So go ahead and hit that horse head.
Oh shit. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Uh, Bunch of little like info here. Current race balance would be like, so these little spots up here right underneath your Iron Curtain Ranch, right,
Okay.
stable name. Current racing balance, that's gonna be like your total racing like full balance. If
Mhm.
it works, sometimes it doesn't, so like don't get too thrown off by that. Typically your stuff on your horses is correct. So
Okay.
and then your current staking balance, if you have stakes on horses, which, if you're putting studs in all the time and
Right.
people are hitting those studs, you get a percentage. I think it's 10%. Like, another thing I don't really even pay attention to anymore because I just spam like a bunch of horses normally and then
Mm.
move on to the next thing. Yeah, so sometimes I check my stakes tab, but really, that's normally when I'm just throwing down a bunch of stakes for quest points,
Mm-hmm.
getting some quest points and stuff like that. I might have a bunch of stakes in just to throw down for some point. Um, yeah. Typically, if you're breeding a bunch of horses, you're not really making a lot of stakes yourself. They just happen over time, and there's no real control over stakes. So if if you want to focus up on it, there's a tab for it, right? Now
Yeah.
your breeding pool and your racing pool, where you're gonna mostly be at on here. So your core loop for the game, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
you start with breeders as a new player.
Okay.
Um, uh, which means that if you want to race, you have to either purchase a racing horse from the auction that somebody has just bred into the racing pool, and you can pick one up that somebody else bred. I don't recommend that, obviously, for new players. I think that's more like a, hey, if you're looking for a racer, probably talk in the like champs Discord in the like wanting to buy a horse area, and
Mm-hmm.
talk to somebody and see what they've got going on to buy a racer that's already in, because there's a obviously what what's the value of a racer? Well, there's a balance on a horse, right?
Yeah.
When you breed it. So that's what I was gonna say. We're gonna talk about that racing pool in just a minute, because there's a lot that goes into what happens when you do breed. But you're gonna start with your breeding pool, right? So all you see like here is this. Okay, you got G00, right? You see these numbers in the corner. So that's your
Yeah.
generation number. Your horses will your one horse that you do start with for sure is that Gen 00 with that little mark in the corner that's different from all the other ones. So you got your Finney horse down here. It's gonna be your second to last horse here on this page.
Oh, this one
Tranquil
here.
Space. Yep.
Oh, this mark right
That.
here.
Yeah. There's a little
Okay.
mark. That right there is your soulbound horse. You've got the 307 breed slots. You see the number down here in the info tab where it says 3/0/7 by the heart.
Oh, right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then you see that it's a 2.5 star. So what this means is that it's got 3 unlocked breed slots that you can
Mm-hmm.
breed with. So everybody starts with this soulbound mare. Um, it's the one free horse that everybody starts with. Typically, if you're coming in as a new player, uh, and and Ian, the head of players in the Discord and stuff, uh, he'll be like, hey, you want something? The older players, they'll be like, hey, yeah, here, have some 4.5s or some 4 stars. Get some older gin horses from some of the old players if they offer it, because like they'll hook you up with a couple of mares maybe, so you can
Mm-hmm.
just hit the studs in the market, or even some pairs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's good to start with a couple 4.5s, just so that you've got something to play with up in the later generations, to keep up, and I'll explain that in a bit too. So
But it's
so
not. It's not
yeah,
good to be getting anything like say a 3 star, right?
yeah. Well, so the way the star system works, like
Mm-hmm.
with breeding and stuff, I'll tell you, like right now, there's more strength in like the generation, like it being such a later generation now, like that people are typically playing in. There's more strength in that versus like worrying about like the starting rating of like your horse, for example, um, especially in Gen Zeros. Gen Zeros, you can throw together a 2.5 star and a 3 star and land a 4 star right out the gate.
Um.
Now the odds of that happen normally, like you're doing, if you're hitting your 2.5 star with some 3 stars or 2.5 stars or whatever, you're looking at like threes, 3.5s that you're trying to shoot for right out the gate in Gen Zero. But it doesn't matter, right? Like going from the earlier gens, it's gonna take a handful of generations to be catching up anyway. So like you can land a 4.5 star Gen 1 right out the gate,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your first breed. Let's say you get a couple of these Gen Zeros that are 4 stars here that you have in your stable, and you match them together. Let's say you get lucky, get a 4.5 star horse right out the gate. That Gen 1 4.5 star, it may still not be competitive, like just because of generational power creep. Uh, like through several generations of breeding that some of these guys have done. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
not a ton of like big players right now, so it's like really easy to jump into the game and kind of get some stuff together and kind of get to a competitive level fairly easy. But it will take a little bit of a handful of generations to see yourself getting up in the top 80 horses, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, but like ratings, I really want to like say that it's like less about the rating starting off and more about like where you're at generationally and matching behaviors up and stuff like that. So um, I wouldn't put too much focus on. I would use like your Gen Zero still, right? Like on top of getting a handful of like later generation horses, from some of the older players, right? Like see if
Mm.
somebody's got something to start with, you know. And that's just because you can land a 4 star out the gate and start building some blood, a little bit of lineage over a handful of generations, and you can really turn and burn those if you're active. You can like it takes 5 minimum races to retire a horse. Um, or you can give it 10, but it takes about a day, 2 days to get through that cycle. So racing is automated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so let's go ahead and cover that, right? So this has like just your information, basically like your base uh, front facing like information for your horses.
Okay.
Um, and then let's go ahead and you can see like your breed slots. So this right here, that Gen 33 that I sent you, the mare sincere
Okay.
exoplant, right? So we
Okay.
just went through the stud, created the auction, and you can see that it has 235 on that stud, right? Like you see the number with the breeds 235. What that means is there's 2 slots like still available, 3 used, and 5 to unlock. Does that
You
make
talking about for
sense?
sincere exoplant?
Well, your witty artisan, the one we
Oh,
just put in. Did you see how that one has two,
so
three, five, right? So we put one in. It has this little flag on it that says active.
oh, right here. Okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So these flags are kind of they're fairly important, and that's something we'll go ahead and just talk about, like a couple of the states, like in pool, um, in pool, active for stud. It'll say active, inactive when they're in the breeding pool here. If you're looking in the marketplace, you'll see things like in racing, like the racing pool, the breeding pool, and you should not be able to sell archived horses. But other than that, yeah, you'll see different flags in states for that.
So there's
And
two. The open slots means he can only breed two more times before that's it for him.
so he has two breed slots that are unlocked right now. So that
Okay,
he has two that he can still use right now.
okay.
Three are used, and then he has five locked slots. So you can use Reforge tokens to unlock five more breeds on that stud.
Okay, so once that's all done, what it'll show all zeros or something?
It'll be 0, 10, 0. So that middle number is how many breeds you've
Oh yeah,
used.
yeah. Three. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, 10.
yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
all horses are
Oh,
10 maximum. So that middle number, as soon as that says middle number says 10, that horse is done breeding, and there's nothing else it can do. So
zero,
you're
10, 0.
starting.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are starting in the breeding part of the loop,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you breed the horse, new horses start in the race part of the loop, right? So then there'll be 0, 0, 10 at the higher generations. So you'll have to unlock every slot. You'll need
Oh,
reforged tokens, which essentially
we'll get to
you
that
can
soon,
get
right?
by
Because
burning a horse. Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah, so that loop, right? So we're in this breeding pool part right now. You'll get a horse into the race pool part. It'll eventually go to the breed part. Once a horse is bred out, you reforge it essentially. It's there's no more use for it. So reforge, that's a burn. So basically your
Oh,
racing pool, breeding pool, archived or burned or reforged, right?
oh, so you retired him already, right? That's why he's once you're in the once a horse is in the breeding pool, they can't be pulled from the breeding pool, right? They're stuck there. So you retired him, you
Correct.
said?
Correct. So once a horse,
Oh, okay.
yeah, there's only one way to enter the race pool, and that
Yeah.
is
Oh,
as a new bred horse, and
yeah.
then you leave it in for as long as you wish.
Mm.
The yeah, the only exit from the breed pool is to the burn pile.
The burn pile.
Once
Okay.
yeah, once you're out of the race pool, once it's retired, there's no going back. And
Yeah.
then the same
Oh
thing,
shit.
obviously, once it's burned, there's no going back to the breed pool. So be careful about burning the horses. Like, you get a reforged token,
Hmm.
which is used to unlock another breed slot for any other horse. But
Yeah.
yeah, once you hit that burn, there's no going back. It's burned.
Is there like any type of aging where they become 3 or 4 and they die or something like that, or how do you determine when to retire them?
Uh, so from the race pool itself, there is a stat, an endurance stat.
Okay.
It's this does affect like it's a performance, like kind of like over time. It'll have it's some kind of aging, but like over the race course of races. Um, I don't even know actually what that um, stat correlates to race wise.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So then you just determined witty artisan or sincere exoplant it was just time to retire them because they were not doing as good or anymore or
Yeah, basically, and then those horses I actually got from somebody else. Like I have a
oh
handful that I got from somebody else. So Hoodie or Pegasus. Yeah, and so I actually do want to talk about what the ancient's saying. Right? Why do people say racing is automated when it's not? You have to set
oh you saw
augments.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and we'll get to that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, like I go through burn and turn horses, the augments that I set, like when I go to the setup, are all voids. I make jokes about it sometimes that I race with all voids, and most of the time I only like set augments on horses that I'm like looking at good because I'm turning and burning like early lineage right now. So other than like the handful of like 4.5s that I got from, so these horses I actually got some extra ones from Hoodie, right? He gave me a bunch of them. I'm like, dude, that's like way too many. I'm like, I don't need all these. So now if somebody
Mhm.
comes in, I'm like, here you go, have some of these. Because
Okay.
yeah, I it's too many horses for me to be managing. Like you'll see, like once you get going, it depends on just how much you can manage. But yeah, he is right. Like, so you don't get to pick where you're placed in the race pool and stuff like that. There's no like race selection or anything. Your races are automatically scheduled. You do, however, have to like manage augments and manage your horses between races and stuff. And then
Okay.
also he says when it gets shit odds, retire it. Right.
Mhm.
That's essentially like yeah, like you go off of odds, you go off of the racing performance, whatever. If it's not performing and like if it's not performing, it's getting great odds. Change augments up. If it's starts getting crap odds and it's not performing, then obviously you might consider retiring it.
Yeah.
You're just burning money at that point. So
Okay. Are we good on this tab, or should we move to another tab, or what are you thinking
yeah,
here?
well, so while we're here, let's go ahead and go
Okay.
into your G30, that sincere exoplant, and you can see that it's got 10 unlocked slots. It's
Yep.
had 0 breeds that used. I went ahead and unlocked all the slots on that for you so that you can hit some bears because I figured you don't have any Reforge tokens or
Mhm.
nothing at the moment. Uh, but yeah, let's go ahead and go in there real quick and let's click on that horse and
Just
we'll
click
make
here.
a
Okay.
we'll make a bid on your stud real quick.
Okay. So find a mate, right?
Yep.
Mine should
And
be the very first one, right? Or oh no, that's not it.
no, just hit my auctions,
Oh yeah.
and then it'll be right there. Boom.
So
And then
place a bid.
yeah, yeah. And so now when you go in here normally, if you go like let's before you do that, before you
Yeah.
place bid, let's go ahead and just go uh, back out. Yeah, just back or hit that horse tab again or whatever. Uh, so instead of go through find mate, go just straight to the auction tab. I want to show you
Um,
the
which is the
regular
action tab?
thing. The heart, sorry, it's the
Oh, okay.
heart there on the left.
Okay.
And then hit my auctions and then hit place bid. I'm going to show you how it normally comes up if you're going through like the auction tabs and instead of through the mare like that. So now you have this list of mares pop up, right?
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
So this is if you go through the auctions tab through a stud and hit place bid, this is typically what you're gonna see, right? Once you get to like 100 horses, 20 horses, as soon as you get to 20 mares up here, it starts becoming a little bit of pain trying to load. It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
easier to just go through the mare, find mate, because typically you're gonna have something lined up, right?
Yeah.
But here you can see Sincere Exoplant. You can select it from here, and we'll go ahead and do it this way real quick because
Oh,
I feel like the going through the mare itself and hitting find mate, it feels a little bit obvious, and we'll go ahead and do it this way the first time here, just so people can see. You click on that, hit next.
insufficient Z balance. Oh wait. Oh, that's why I didn't convert anything. Jesus. Okay, let me convert that real quick.
Oh yeah,
Oh shit.
do a quick swap, right?
Oh yeah.
uh,
How much do I need? How much should
That's
I?
okay. You have the reset there. So I was gonna say your 4.5s. I would start with like 500. But what I didn't just explain to you was something to check every time that you go into the auctions is the minimum price, the floor price, the buy now price. Where the floor is at. Um, so you can hit like 500 Zed and flip that use reset button over here on the right.
Uh,
not
reset.
auto bid. I'm gonna talk about auto bid. We're just gonna set a regular bid. Yeah. You see over on the right side, use ReZed. There's a little toggle.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and do that and see there's 500. Yep. So and play. We'll just use that 500 ReZed. That I forgot you. I forget the
Oh yeah,
referral.
from your code, right?
Yeah, I forgot we did the referral. So you got 500 to hit a starting bid with, right?
Oh, oh, so I could either use Zed or ReZed for this the bid.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't
Yeah.
know. Okay, okay. So
You
place
can't
bid.
you can't mix and match.
Yeah,
But you can use one or the
one or
other.
the other.
So if you get outbid here, or if you want to put more on, I can go in and bid you up a little bit so that you can go back in and do a new bid later.
Okay. Should I hit the place bid or just
Yep.
or
Yeah,
not?
and then
Okay.
go ahead and hit place bid. And that's going to use up your reset that you have there. 500 for the 4.5 stars to start with. That should be fine right now. You're probably going to have to go up a little higher. The 4.5 stars, depending on volume and stuff. So right here on this page now, you see,
Nope.
yep.
Oh,
Now
which one?
you're good right there. You can hit my auctions. Yeah, I was just gonna
Okay.
tell you, you can go on my auctions to keep an eye on your stuff. So now I like the last couple minutes we're gonna be sitting here refreshing and hitting that raise bid if we need to or whatever, because uh, it is a competitive market and people will look for the 4.5 stars. Now I did line these up as best as I could with the them having so many generations. Like there's a lot of mixes out there, right? Like you can see
Mm-hmm.
that you got a blue horse here and a yellow horse here. That is a clear sign of there's some Zabo blood here and there's some Buterin blood, but they both say Finnies, so they're obviously also Finnies,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's other ways we're going to take a look at Zed Sight here in a bit and talk about bloodlines and mixes, and we'll take a look at the like lineage tab on some horses and stuff like that. So
So should I convert
this is
some USDC to the Zed now just to be ready?
yeah. Yeah,
How
I would
much
go
would
ahead
you
and do
say?
that because I'm gonna guess that that you'll probably have to pop that up and then right here though on this tab, like go ahead and convert that and I'm just gonna talk about what else is on this here is the buy now price. You can see it says 390 Z.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think it's like 2 times or 3 times the lowest.
Oh, that's the
Let's
minimum you could put is
value
390.
balance must be above the race pool's lowest horse to race fast in order to fast track, like blah blah blah. I think it's like two times to 3 times the like lowest balance horses where you're gonna be able to push a horse out of the race pool.
How much Zed do you think I need, or should I do like $10 or
Mm,
something?
Yeah, probably. I mean, like most of the horses cost anywhere from like $1 to $5 to be bidden on. And I'll just say like I wouldn't chase anything too crazy and be pouring
Mm-hmm.
all your Zed into one thing. And that's another thing that I was gonna tell you, like that you saw there was an auto bid button,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what that allows you to do is set a auto bid up on your own horse up to a certain amount, and then start with like you could start with 500 and set it to go up to 5,000, right?
Okay.
Basically, and so when somebody else comes in and bids, it'll automatically raise your bid over theirs up to like 5,000.
Okay.
So that's an option. But I tell people all the time if you're going to do auto bid, um, make sure it's what you're going to spend because you can see those reserves on the blockchain. So it's not a like it's hard to connect it to the horse, but if somebody is sitting there watching and they see your bid go up or whatever, they can find you can essentially find where auto bids are set at. There's some ways to work around that, like if you have multiple horses in, you can sit there and set random like auto bids,
Mm-hmm.
and then go go through and kind of raise your own bids up here and there, and you can kind of get like a little bit of finagling going to where people have a harder time max bidding you essentially.
Uh,
But
where do you swap? Sorry, real quick. Where do you swap for the? Do you do it in the game itself? Because I'm having an issue with
uh,
Uniswap. How
did
do you?
you did you send the USDC or whatever to that wallet?
Oh,
To your
oh,
Champs
you gotta
wallet, or is
send
it
it?
external? Well, no, I'm just asking, like, is it
Oh,
in an external, like, MetaMask wallet right now?
yeah, MetaMask, yeah. Should I send it into
Um,
the site? Like, yeah,
It's
so
that I haven't really tested myself because I've always just used the MetaMask and Uniswap. Is that you said the Uniswap's having issues?
yeah, it's not letting me do it for some reason.
Uh, I know they added that swap feature so that you could send. So as long as it's base, is it you got base
Yeah,
USDC?
it's base, yeah.
Okay. So as long as it's base, you're supposed to be able to in the Champs wallet. But
Oh, there's a connectivity. Unable to connect to base. There's, I guess, some network connectivity issue going on right now. Huh. All right, let me just send it.
okay.
So I can send the USDC to the internal wallet, then, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is something I haven't tested since they've added the functionality, so I don't know if that functionality is for sure still good on these wallets.
Oh shit, maybe I'll send $1.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe send a little amount and see if the swap works on the internal.
I mean, hey, I guess everything's being tested today. Let's see if
Yeah,
the
right.
internal wallet works. Oh man. Oh, oh, it shows $1. Okay, so from to Zed. Wait, no, swap. Huh? Oh, it's showing how to do it. Okay. Oh, max. There you go. Never seen it like that before. Best return. Looks like it's doing it from Sushi Swap. Okay. Is it gonna work? Sending approve. Sign transaction.
I'm like, I'm curious if this was working right now as well. So I'm like, you know what? I don't know.
Let's see.
Well,
Oh, it wouldn't show it here, so it should show it.
but
Oh
it'll
yeah,
show it.
see?
See, something went wrong. Smart account. I have sufficient funds to execute the user operation. They could arise when the smart account does not have sufficient funds to cover the required.
Oh wait. Oh my god. Wait, no, hold on. No, I have enough. Because the transaction fee would be Ethereum, right? Base Ethereum, right? For gas and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What the hell?
Should be like it should be almost nothing though too on base.
I wonder if I need to send Ethereum into the wallet to use as gas
Oh,
fees.
yeah, like 50 cents or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, let me see if I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, 1 second. Let's see.
I mean, at least the functionality does look to work, so that's good.
Yeah. Let's do.
Hey, Hoodie. Also, shout out to Hoodie who just like popped into the chat channel here as well. These horses are from him, so like essentially, I'm like I gave you the horses that he had
Oh
given
shit.
me, and so yeah, so these horses, courtesy of Hoodie who does give out some horses to new players. I think I've seen Tempest, KG, like all the guys that are like basically up the top of the leaderboards.
Yeah.
You know, they've been obviously very nice as far as like trying to get people to come in and play as well. So
I definitely seen that Docs Nine. Was it Docs Niner? I've seen him
yeah,
before. I can't remember
and
where though.
Doc Snyder has been in probably in DNA also.
Probably.
I think Doc Snyder has played some DNA or plays DNA, but been around Zed for quite some time. Like I've chatted with them and hung out in multiple discords over the years.
I hope I sent enough. I think I did need some Ethereum, but we'll see. It says it's pending. So hopefully, nope. Damn. Please check the block explorer for more details. Okay, so for some reason I
But
can't swap for now.
that's okay.
Oh,
I got plenty
okay.
of Zeds to be able to get you a bid through here anyway. So we'll
Okay.
worry about that right there towards the end. I'll send you like 5,000 or something like that. I don't think you're gonna need that much. We're gonna go ahead and be on this tab for just a second more anyway. Is go ahead
Okay.
and go to all auctions.
All
And
auctions.
again,
Oh.
all
Okay.
this stuff, like really, I'm just covering all these tabs for the new player kind of info.
Yeah.
But we're going to be going through Zed Sight here in a bit
Okay.
and talking about how to make your life easier, because going through the auctions, going through your horses, and all that is going to be way easier off of Zed Sight, third-party tool by Tempest. He's been building it out. He takes in feedback if there's something that you can see that you want to see on the site. Like, he's really good about, what do you need it for? Does it make sense to have it? Then yeah, let's add it, right? Like how to make things easier for managing your stables as you get a bigger stable. Just data points and breeding, like helping with breeding and analytics. So so that's something we're definitely going to cover.
Okay.
But here, uh, normally, you can see, like if you're looking for horses, obviously you can see it's um, default bids high to low. There's some filters. This tab, actually, the filters do work normally. So typically when I go on here and I'm looking for some breeds I'm looking for,
Yeah.
normally looking for a specific generation, and I'll hit oldest listed
Oh.
on the
Okay.
sort by. And this is all the auctions like that are up at the top of this oldest listed. You can see there's no timer, right? You can scroll
Mm-hmm.
down forever, 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 because people are throwing in tons of studs still,
Mm-hmm.
but they're just sitting there. Gen 3, Gen 1, Gen 4. You might see some other 3 stars, whatever. Like, but if I'm looking for some Gen Zeros to use up some Mare Gen Zero slots,
Yeah.
I'll come up in here, hit the tab, go through and scroll through looking for Gen Zeros. Now, one thing that doesn't work properly on the filter is I don't think you can put in Gen Zero on the filter. I think you actually have to put Gen 1 and just sift through the Gen 1. So
You're
down,
talking about
let's
right
see,
here?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so when you hit your filter, then you see down generations,
Oh.
Gen 0, Gen 10, that Gen is just, yeah. So I have to hit Gen 1 normally. I think if you hit Gen 0 on there, like go ahead and try it real quick while we're
How do I do it? Just enter? Or just, because I just did that right now. 0 to 1.
no, do 0 to 0. Like if you're just going
Oh,
for
0,
straight
0.
just Gen
Okay.
Zeros, and I think that one doesn't work. Yeah, so it doesn't pop up with just Gen Zeros. So you basically have to
Isn't this a
do,
Gen 0 right here?
yeah, but it also
Oh.
shows like Gen ones,
Oh,
whatever,
yeah,
and
Gen 3.
yeah, and then other generations. Yeah, so it doesn't filter the. So you have to hit Gen 1, and you do have to just manually look through the Gen Zeros, right?
Oh, shit.
So
Oh, yeah,
so
that's all
see,
mixed.
yeah, so it does get rid of the, if you put Gen 1 in, at least you get rid of all the other Gen 2s, Gen 3s that we saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the only downside to using the filter there, is it does not filter the Gen Zeros. So, just some things to like watch out for. But if I'm looking to hit some Gen Zeros and I have some Mares Gen Zeros, I can go in here and sort. You can sort your star ratings as well. That worked the last time that I did it. So, if you have your 4-star mares, you won't find 4.5-star studs, but Gen Zeros anyway. But yeah, 3-star, maybe 3.5 stars might be in right now. But that's what I normally check. And it's a quick filter to hit and just check. So it's like, okay, Gen 1, Gen 0. Oh, yep, there's a Zabo Gen 0 in right now, right? So you could, uh, if you have like a Gen 0 Zabo sitting there, put a bid in here
Mm-hmm.
with that, right? And get that. So we'll go back to that. I just wanted to show that little bit here
Okay.
while we were here, right? It's important though to note that like when there's no timers on it, as soon as that minimum hits, like as soon as you hit that minimum for it to go through, there's two things to note, is that the race pool is limited to 1,080 horses currently. That means that in order for a horse to go in, a horse has to retire. In order for a horse to retire fully, a horse has to come in. So there has to be constant breeding and retiring of horses essentially in order for it to work. There's always 1,080 horses
Oh,
in the race pool, and
you said
um,
1080?
1,080. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That are allowed to race. Okay. Oh, wow. But you have to retire. You said it for others to come in, but it's always going to be kept at 180 or 1080.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you obviously it sounds like it's really competitive to get in,
Yeah.
but even at 1,080 right now, there's not a lot of players playing champs right now. I think
Yeah.
everybody's waiting to see where the direction goes and stuff like that. So, and I would be careful, right? I recommend being careful. Obviously,
Mhm.
making the decision to play with what you're willing to kind of like give up and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Because what we do right now may change paths here, sooner down the road than later.
Mhm.
But yeah, the pricing obviously 390 Zed I think is like a penny. So if you wanted to make a little minimum bid on something, I think I do like 500 Zed bids on my donks just to get them through most of the time.
Mhm.
When I say donks, I don't just any of my horses because I'm like I'm always like, yeah, I'm breeding donks, whatever, like just throw them together.
That's
Uh,
fine.
but but so yeah, any of your horses there, like you get going. 500 maybe on something that you're not so serious about will get pushed through fairly easily most days. Um, you can get them through for 100 if you're patient, not too worried about it. You can get them through for 100. Now the problem there is, so we're talking about that breeding into the race pool. You can be pushed out, and you can push people out of the race pool. Um,
Oh, shit.
without choosing to retire or them choosing to retire. Uh, that's where that buy now price comes in to play.
Mhm.
Is that when a horse hits 5 races, you can now choose to retire or be forced retired out of the pool. So bidding too low does start taking away your choice in the race pool. If you wanted to let your horse sit for a long period of time in the race pool, having more Zed on it matters, right?
Yeah.
Um, so so a big chunk of the Zed goes onto the horse uh, as its race entry fees, and we're going to talk about that here in a bit. Um, but but for now, just knowing that all that loop is connected. That's why I'm like, we should definitely cover all this core loop, and there's
Yeah.
plenty to cover with all of it. So um, I think I think that does cover like the majority of the core loop though. So knowing that like one, there is a loop, race pool, breeding pool, reforge, right, burn. Um, that loop is all connected. One horse in, one horse out into the
Mhm.
pool, the racing pool. That is always going to be like not oh, I don't know. Again, like I said, direction changes and stuff like that. Minus that, like, but when I say always, I'm like that's how the mechanic works. It's 1080. It's a set number. It was like 4,000 uh, not too long ago, and then reduced down to 1080 to make it a little more competitive in the field and make things quicker as well.
Uh, where do you okay? So one, where do you see that limit? Are you able to visually see where it's at? From the 180 or 1080.
Good
How
question.
many horses are in right now, and also, uh, um, are each stable capped? Like you can only a stable can do a certain amount, or there's no cap per stable.
There is no cap per stable. I think the most I've heard somebody was running was like 100 horses, and that's
Oh, okay.
about 10% of the pool currently. So
Yeah, but you
now
can see that 1080 somewhere.
you can. So we're done talking about like the auctions tabs and stuff like
Okay.
that, and that core loop essentially. So if you go over to the right, or the left side there, to the tabs, right, that
Mhm.
little trophy is the leaderboards just above the heart there, where the auctions were. Yeah, that's your leaderboard. And you have
Leaderboard.
the
Okay.
balance leaderboard, and then if you change that selection where it says balance leaderboard to matchmaking leaderboard, And both of these are the same. There's 1080, 1080. There actually might be more because stuck horses that are just in the pool but not racing.
Oh, right there. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like 1081. So there's one extra showing, but that also might just be because of delay and turnover and stuff like that. But
Oh, I've seen Tempest tables before and Pegasus. Oh, shit.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Hoodie was just in the channel. He's the one that gave the horses. So Pegasus is Hoodie. That
Oh.
was just in the channel with us a little bit ago, and that's why I wanted to give a shout out to him for the horses because those 4.5s, they you're gonna probably hit anywhere between the 4 and a 5-star horse popping out. So
Oh, yeah, there's a 5 right there. Oh, shit. Augments. Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah, we're gonna definitely have to cover some augments,
Yeah.
which you won't be able to see until we get your horse. So we'll hit that little bit, and
Okay.
we'll talk about Zed Sight as well. There's a bunch of stuff on Zed Sight that I haven't even used, and he does like Tempest has a augment dealio, an augment like analyzer or whatever tool, I guess, or like a
Jeez.
augment suggestion tool, I think it is. I again, like I told you, I use all voids. I'm too lazy. I'm like, yep, voids, next horse. If it shows signs of doing something, I might get serious and pick some augments.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Dan Chan said, you know, odds, right? So if it's
Oh, yeah.
like actually doing something, the odds are a little like decent with voids or something like that. I'm like, it's actually doing something. Maybe I'll go ahead and play this one serious.
Okay.
Augments are
Oh.
very powerful. I do want to point out that changing your augments and being up on your augments is a very powerful thing. It does make the difference between winning and losing at times. I mean, most of the times, if you just pick voids, I'm saying, like you will most definitely have a lesser experience with champs if you're just slapping voids on and trying to print through horses, right?
Yeah. But that's what you do, you said, right? You're just throwing the
Yeah.
voids? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just building some lineage out, trying to do it as fast as I can. I play a couple days a week. I don't really actually get a ton of time to like sit there and pop out as many horses as I want. I do like 20, 25 horses at a time. I
Jeez.
think
Like,
the
what,
most I,
like per month?
yeah, like a week, if not more.
25
Like
or so per week?
yeah, I'll do anywhere
Jesus,
between
man.
like 25 to 50 breeds like a week, roughly.
Oh,
But let's
wow.
talk. I'll talk about that. It's definitely still like any of the racing games. Like you got to think about like a little bit of volume, right? And it's very you're very capable. Like it's very easy to play the volume game here in Champs because you are not going through and managing like races specifically. Like Dan
Hmm.
Chen said, like your augments, right? You're managing your horses and your augments, but you don't have to sit there and go in and select races and stuff for each of the horses. So managing like a bigger stable is a little bit more realistic in this game
Hmm.
compared to like others where you're like actively like going through, comparing, picking fields, picking your races, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's definitely a little bit of a difference. It's a stable manager, right? It's less so a race uh, management thing, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it, really. So it's a little easier than like when I was playing old school Zed, right? Have you played? You played old
Oh,
old old Zed, right?
yeah, a bit, yeah. Not as
Right.
much, but a little bit.
Definitely was a lot harder to run 20 horses than it is in champs, right? Like
Hmm.
champs, I can sit there and run my odds, check my odds, uh, check the next race coming up, whatever, and move on, right? Maybe breed another horse. I don't know,
Okay.
but the more active racing games, of course, that would have been way hard. I would be sitting there trying to run, 8, 10 races on each of those horses. So I'm sitting there clicking through races, like, okay, next horse, next horse, next horse, next horse. That's a
Oh,
lot
shit.
different, right? So yeah, a lot easier to manage like 20 horses in champs. And also like something that's like um important to note too, like champs is kind of tough to be really competitive jumping in and just doing a horse. So you might want to try to mess with probably 3, 4 horses at a time, even
Mm-hmm.
starting off. Like just get one going, test out the core loop, get a feel for it, and then go on to the next thing. But yeah, you can see there's 1,080 horses. I think it said 1,081. There might be a horse stuck or just in the process of retiring. When that updates, it'll go to 1080, unless there's like a legit stuck horse on the board from the pool or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't run more than the 1080.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Okay. Are we good on this tab?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we're good on this tab. And then let's see, we've covered the home screen, the stable tab, and let's just go one above here to the race. That's your races tab.
Okay.
And then when you have a horse up in the race pool, you will have the My Races tab will start populating. But go ahead and you can see upcoming and completed tabs. So if you want to go through um, races that are coming up,
Oh.
locked races lock 30 minutes before they're scheduled. This was for picks. I don't even know if picks is actually still up on the
I
App
thought.
Store or anything.
Yeah, I thought it was saying it was shutting down or something from the Twitter account. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's a.
that's what I was gonna say. I think it shut down. But I don't know if that's still there or what. But yeah. So originally, right, like the races lock, so the odds can populate. So you get odds 30 minutes into the race, uh, or 30 minutes before the race. Um, Also, you can't change augments anymore once a race is locked.
Yeah.
So when it's scheduled, it's fine. When it's locked, so those are 2 more flags. Remember, we talked about active, inactive in the
Oh yeah,
breeding
yeah.
pool, right? Those flags,
Mhm.
and then now you will have scheduled, locked, in pool. I think it says in pool when it's not scheduled for a ref or just races. It's scheduled race. You might see in pool, so green. So green, purple, red flags in the racing pool horses is what you'll see.
They're going pretty back to back. Look at that. It's 49,
About yeah,
50,
about
52.
40, about 40 something seconds per
That,
race.
that's not bad. And I'm assuming this amount right here, the 1420, that's the prize pool.
That is, yep.
Okay, so what is the top? Is it always winner takes all to the top three?
Now, so let's talk about the prize pool. That's a good actual transition to the
I
prize
think a
pool.
lot of people want to
Uh,
know that one.
Yeah, it's essentially it can be very confusing, especially if you're watching race by race how much your horse is making or losing and stuff like that. It gets very confusing because there is not like a legend for or anything like that with these races. The the prize pool is built up of um, up to 10% of each of the horses balance, right? So when you breed a horse, the majority of that breed fee goes onto the horse as its racing balance. When you retire that
Oh,
horse, you get whatever money's on it back. So so when I say
oh,
like everything's automated, right? Like even your race entries and all that stuff is automated into this. Uh, it goes under your horse, essentially now paying your racing fees for however many races. It'll be 10% of the balance of the horse goes into the prize pool. I should say up to 10% because if you're the highest balance horse in the race, you're going to be matching that second highest balance, right?
okay.
And the way the prizes work is essentially like all in poker hands,
Okay.
right? So if you have a table of 8 players, everybody goes all in with uneven balances.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it ends up working with a lot of side pots, right? So essentially, one race is basically 7 races uh, prize pools happening. So you have a 1-versus-1 race is essentially happening in
Mm-hmm.
the 8-horse race with the 2 highest prize balance horses.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Am I explaining that like kind of, because this is very confusing. It's been hard to explain like since launch even.
Is there a way
Uh,
to witness that, to view that, or I don't know if we can
yeah,
put some time into that to be able to watch a race that does that, or
so that's the problem is you won't see it. That's one of the things that they
oh,
would have been really really nice to have is a actual prize pool breakout and how that works because it's all the horses race each other, but if you click on one of the completed races, just go to completed, and we could go
okay.
look at one of the completed races here, and I'll show you kind of how you could see the balances and the changes in balance, and I can try to kind of break them down.
Is it only in 2D a replay?
Yeah, only 2D replays. So if you want to watch the 3D, you got to catch it live.
Oh, okay.
That was just recently changed so that they could
What,
save some money on the.
what the hell is that? What is that on the? Is that their arguments that they're picking up on the during the
Yep,
race? Oh, what
yep,
the
that's their
hell?
augment. Yeah, and so you can see when they're getting a boost with that the highlight. Once it highlights, that's a boost hitting.
So I guess it's determined on where the placement of that argument is, or is it's automatic, right? Like just randomly placed.
No, it's not. It's not randomly placed. It is based on different arguments for the augments. I will definitely cover those. We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
actually um,
yeah.
yeah, because as soon as you get your breed from your auction, as soon
Hmm.
as you get that breed, we're gonna augment your horse. We're gonna talk about those augments.
Okay. Damn. So he's what 11,000 plus or so in profit, I guess, from his this appreciated starlight.
So yep. So let's go over this. That's what I wanted you to do.
Mm,
I was letting you enjoy the race there, letting the people watching or that look later
mm,
watch, they can see the race. Yeah. So here we go. Is the breakdown right?
mm.
That's their balance. It shows their balance right there, and he
Okay.
won. So Spaghetti on that one won 1,553 Zed on that
For
race.
this race. Okay.
Yeah. So and you can see the race pool was 5,000 Zed.
Okay. Yep.
So that's how much. Then this is kind of something I want to talk about. This is where it gets confusing because you just have to know this, which
Hmm.
like again, hopefully somebody can explain it to a new player or whatever comes in. But if you go down to that horse that hit 4th place, you can see minus 27.
Okay.
Okay. And sometimes you'll hit 2nd place and you'll see a negative number, but it might be like -7 Z or something like that. And what
Mm.
happens is that some of these race pools, like this is actually a pretty decent pooling. But you can see down at the very bottom, the or the 7th place horse having 26,000 balance lost like 1,000 Z right there.
Yeah.
Now this comparatively they put in Zed, but they also were racing, they had side pots going against
Mm.
these other horses with higher balances, but the most that they could have lost 2,600 Zed, or 2,700 probably before the 1,000 loss, but they could have lost 2,600 Zed, but they only lost 1,000 because they were capped at what they could put in by the second highest balance horse. Does
Okay.
that kind of make sense right there? Like they should have, all the horses are putting in up to 10%, but because it's the highest balance horse, it's capped at the second highest balance um,
Because of
entry.
the appreciated starlight.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because that's the highest, that's the second highest balance in the race, which means that obviously that would be unfair for somebody to put in 2,000 Z when nobody can match that 2,000 Z, right? Like
Yeah.
eh, why would they lose? So they are capped at the second highest as far as what they can put up into a race, and that's how the balances or the race entries work. Is everybody puts up to 10%,
Mm.
uh, aside from the highest balance horse.
But
They'll put
this
up
is a balance attached
this
to
much.
the horse, right? Like what was you said? What was spent
Yep.
on them? So,
That's essentially what was spent on them. So a percentage goes to it's like 10% goes
mm,
to. I gotta double check real quick. I see. I like what is it?
it's
It's
kind of perfect that Doc Snyder is in here, and then his horse came in third place because I was looking at it right now. So that 443. If he somehow just, I guess, lost all of that or it drained out, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Would he have to be forced to retire?
Yeah. So eventually it'll get low enough to where like, and if there's enough breeding,
Mm-hmm.
it may get forced retired. Um, that's absolutely possible. And sometimes like 500 Zed is not enough to be in the pool after 5 races. Sometimes like this last few weeks especially,
Yeah.
um, a lot of like the each of the weeks it's kind of popped up. I've seen it pop up to 1500, 2000.
Oh
So
shit.
I've had a horse that I had just bred the day before, and I'm sitting there trying to breed some more horses, and the minimum went from 290 all the way up to 2,000 just last
Oh
week, right?
wow.
And I was like, ah man, but you can stake on a horse and up its balance to keep it in the pool.
Oh you could put more into it like yourself,
Yes.
but other people can do it also on your behalf.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, actually, I just had a 5-star horse off of the some of the breeds that Hoodie had sent me, and
Mm-hmm.
the funny thing is like sometimes the mechanics of champs have changed, or like how they were supposed to work versus how they work, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So like sometimes like info goes back and forth, and and we get information just like, hey, yeah, you can do this. No, you can't do this. Whatever, right? Like, and so I Hoodie actually was like, yo, keep it in. I'm gonna put a stake on it. And I was like, wait. Why would you do that? It doesn't count, right? Like, it doesn't count to keep it in. And he goes, nah, dude, it does. Like, what? I was like, oh. I was like, okay. Oh, yeah, sweet. And then of course it did. Yeah, we kept it in for a little bit longer. So yeah, I just recently found out that yeah, it does work that way. Like, as it was initially intended. So
Oh nice.
trying to think if there's anything else to cover from that. So the race pool balances and the prize pools, it is very confusing.
Mm-hmm.
But noting that like, okay, well, I put 600 in. No, so that fourth place horse, right, running Justice 2. Can't really read that name. Sorry, my eyesight's a little
Which
iffy
one?
sometimes. The fourth place horse there. Uh,
What is it? Zealous Cravant
yeah,
or
yeah,
Cravat?
that one. So you can see that minus 27. This is what I wanted to kind of talk about, right? Sometimes you'll see like a second place minus 27, whatever. Like, but something to note is that horse put up 600 Zed
Mm-hmm.
and only lost 27. So like they did actually win some money back for that fourth place finish, but they still overall lost 27 Zed.
Ah, okay. Okay, and you said each horse has to. They're putting 10% of their balance. You said right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can get a rough idea of what's happening if you like think about, oh wait, I did put up 10%, so I could have lost, 600, but I actually got 27 back. So I must have hit a side pool here somewhere. Oh yeah, you can see right down below that horse that's 8,000 obviously was in a side pool with the horses above that have, you know, 8,000 or less.
Mm-hmm.
They would have all been in, it would have been a part of all of those horses' pools, which was, well, it was probably in a side pool with the other horse that's 8,000. Uh, it would have been in the same pool as the top horse. Spaghetti would have had side pools with all of the horses under, as well as the top horse for up to the 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just all split. Again, it's very confusing. Really hard to explain most of the time. Think about poker all in hands,
Mm-hmm.
um, and how that works. If it was an 8-way all in poker hand with all different balances, that's the best way to explain it. obviously
Yeah.
having to have some familiarity with poker. And then the secondary way that I explain it is it's basically like 7 pots in one race, and essentially um, sometimes if you lose the 1v1 of the two and you're the two highest balances by far, it
Mm-hmm.
really sucks because you can hit that second place and essentially lose money, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you just lost your 1v1 that was happening in there.
Oh, both first. I didn't even realize first and second were both spaghetti. Okay, so the number one, the appreciated starlight. So he could retire him right now, and he would get that 12,000 plus Zed back, right? Or is there going to be like a fee that's taken away if he would have retired? Because I think you said that, right? If you retire, you get the fee,
Yeah,
the money back.
yeah, you get all the money on the balance on the horse that when you retire.
The entire amount, or is there like a fee taken out?
So the fee is all taken out at breeding.
Oh, so everything right here is just yours now.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
like there's a 10% stake, and then like somewhere I think it's 1% maybe or no fees going to VHS right now. I actually don't even remember what the fees are right now.
What are all these little um, icons here next to the balance of Zed here, or
Good call.
the price
So
pool or the amount he made?
yeah, so you got your balance and your movement on the balance for the prize, and then your MMR, your matchmaking rank or matchmaking points,
This
is the
one right here.
next one. Yep.
Okay.
That's what moves you up and down the leaderboard for matchmaking.
Okay.
And again, there's a scale in the user guide that's 55 points for getting first, minus like 20 something points for getting last or something. I can't remember what the scale is. You lose points basically for the back end of finishes. You gain points for the front. Um, and essentially, so top three placement is like what gains points. Anything else loses points. And
Yeah.
it scales. Can't remember exactly what the point pluses and minuses are off the top of my head. But you'll move up and down the leaderboard, and obviously that's important if you're running for the top 80, right? So you can look at that leaderboard that we were looking at earlier at the MMR and see
Okay.
where the top 80 land, to see what kind of points you need to shoot for, and if
Mm.
that's like, oh, okay, I can get there in like 6 wins or whatever, right? Like,
Mm.
then your times, right there on that part that you're on,
Mm.
and then your gate number,
Okay.
and then your odds,
Oh,
and
okay.
then yeah, so odds, again, odds are important if you're looking at like patterns and performance like tells.
Oh yeah, he had the best odds. Okay. Damn. Damn, 150.
Or
What the
I,
hell?
you know, hey, hey, I've seen like crazy odds horses win some of these races like plenty of times.
And then what is this one here? Is that how many like wins, first
Now,
places or something?
now this is actually a really important uh, analytic side of the horse that you want to pay attention to. This is super important. That is the quarter positions. So where the horse was at each of the quarters into the finish. So quarter one, two, three, and four.
Oh, so so when it first started, he was pretty much in the back, right?
Yep.
For the first two quarters. Oh, and then started climbing. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let me see.
Yep.
Position. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like we still got 52 minutes until my auction here. So, are we done on this page, or did you want to look at these arguments, or how do you want to?
Uh, well, yeah. So and then right there is your like the augment selections, and you can see the check boxes. Right. I do want to talk about this real quick because
Okay.
again, race details page. Obviously, you can get a quick bit of data when
Mm-hmm.
going through your races. So the augments, you can see down towards the bottom. There's some horses that have augments that don't have the green check boxes.
Oh yeah.
You were asking earlier if like the augment placements were random or whatever. They
Mm-hmm.
have arguments. So some of these augments are Some of these augments will fire off every time at a specific time, either a first quarter augment, a last quarter augment, a last half. Void covers the entire race. It's a flat boost across the whole race. And then you have conditional augments. So like these conditionals, you can see that didn't fire. It's stuff like when 7 meters ahead of the two adjacent horses, right? So your adjacents, what's that one is the 6 meters behind, right? I
Which
can't
one?
read. The midnight is the 6 meters behind. It says speed boost when the one you're moused
Oh
over
yeah,
with.
yeah, 6 meter behind both adjacent racehorses.
So it's no, it's not your zoom or nothing. It's my eyesight. So I'm like, I don't know
Oh,
if you just hit that zoom or
oh
whatever, but
shit! What did I just hit? Whoops. Let me go back. Was that the leaderboard, right? We were looking at.
yeah,
Uh,
the races.
oh, races.
Um,
That's right,
and then
completed.
completed. Yeah, and I think you just like the random one or whatever. So it doesn't matter. We'll find some unhit augments on them. I'm sure. Yep, there we go. Go all the way down to the bottom. You can see. Yep, 7 meters in front of both horses. So you have the one where it falls back the 6 meters behind both horses. So this is a very important thing. Is like both adjacent horses. That means that you have to be either 7 meters ahead of for this augment, 6 meters behind for the other augment of
Mhm.
both adjacent horses at the same time. They need to be 6 meters or more behind, or 7 meters or
For it
more
to
in front
trigger.
to trigger.
Oh
Yeah, so if
damn.
it doesn't meet that condition, you don't get that boost.
Oh shit.
So that's where like some of the augment selection strategy comes into play, is like looking at your competition and who's in your adjacents,
Uh-huh.
and then obviously like where else you need to fill in for your horse.
So when you say void, that means you're just not putting anything,
No,
or
it's an augment type. You'll see it when we get to your augment selection. When your horse gets printed out and into
Mhm.
your stable, the first thing that you're going to do is name it and then select its augments. So it's starting augments.
Oh, okay. What the? All right. Shit.
And
And
we'll pick real augments for you. Like we don't worry, we're gonna get you set up. I will not tell a new player to go all voids.
the augments. Jesus,
They
augments. They free, or you have to pay for them, or
They are free. No, it's just
oh.
it's three customizable slots basically, and like you can see all of these have three augments selected on them, and it's three slots. You pick one augment from one slot, you pick
Mhm.
an augment from the next slot, and you pick an augment from the last slot, right? Like, it's essentially a selection of what is it, six, I think,
Six for
augments.
each?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I
Off the
see
top of my
different
head.
colors here and everything. 4C, 100C, C100. Okay.
Yeah, and you see that's a void right there that you're moused over right now. So a void, you see
Oh.
minor speed boost for the whole race, like for the entire race.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just another augment type, but it doesn't give you like any, like other augments are definitely stronger than picking all voids. Like you can get like your front half augments, front quarter, fast starter, augments for strong finishers. If you want final sprints to be strong, there's augments for your final sprint,
hmm
as well as your whole last half.
Okay, but you just throw in voids because you don't. I think you say you don't have enough time to be just looking through everything.
No, it's because I don't really care. I'm like getting them
Oh.
5 races, retiring them, going on to the next generation of breeding or the next set
Uh.
of horses. And it gives me a flat baseline to mess around with, like just analyzing and
hmm
throwing on the next set. Um, for the most part, I think horses are still going to run fairly similar to what they're just bred to run,
hmm
essentially, right? So the horses that you have should end up giving you a front half horse, like a stronger starting horse. Um, with all the mixed lineage in to 30 generations, I we don't know what we're gonna get. but like for the most part, like it could be anything. But for
Yeah.
the most part, those two horses had some strong start with a lot of strong start lineage as well. So
When you say start, are you saying like a sprint?
essentially like front half strengths. It's going to be faster. So you see the quarter positions over here that we were just looking at, and I told you that that's going to be important later for analyzing your horse.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. You can see if you click on one of those horses. Let's do. Let me just look and see if there's one here that kind of sticks out to look at. Mm, yeah, I guess that first one, that first place horse. Go ahead and click on
The
that one.
plover. Okay.
Yeah. So something we haven't really covered yet is the horse details page.
Mm-hmm.
All your balance information, the breeding profit, staking profit, stake amount, stake profit, whatever. You see now this right here, your horses had create auction and find mate for the mare, create auction for the stud. This one has a stake on this horse. So here you can stake on another player's horse.
Oh yeah.
Um, Now, if you scroll down, you can see its ratings. Those ratings after so many races, each of those unlocks. So you get your overall rating right out the gate, speed rating after 5 races,
Okay.
sprint rating after 10 races, endurance rating unlocks after 15 races. So, so there's some reasons why you may want to keep your horse in for at least 15 races.
At least
Um,
15. Okay.
if you want to unlock all those sub traits uh, um, being visible, right?
15 races. Okay. And that's what you do usually, or
Uh, sometimes.
okay.
I see. I wouldn't do too much of what I do unless you're playing um with like a specific read. Like I'm trying to throw some lineage out there. I play like once, twice a week, like 1 or 2 days a week. So I
Mm-hmm.
gotta try to do as much as possible in those couple days when I do have the time. I'm trying to get to the next set of lineage, like next tier, next thing. I'm trying to build up a certain number. So anyway, yeah, your career stats, lineage tab there. Yeah, balance leaderboard info points, your MMR points info, and then boom, here's your races. So here down all the way at the bottom, just these last 5 races. So the reason I was like looking for a specific course, but this one works perfectly. You see the quarter positions there on each of those 5 races. It shows your last 5 races, uh, and then you can see those quarter positions. So you can see there's a pattern there, right?
Yeah. Like start late.
Very specific pattern
Mm-hmm.
that it's very slow starter and strong finisher here.
Uh huh. Oh well.
So that's something that you want to look at. That's why you have your quarter positions and stuff, is to kind of make sure that horse is running the way you want. Maybe you want your to run strong finishers versus strong starters, or I don't know. Maybe you find something cool like a first quarter and a fourth quarter horse that has real slow mid, you know, middle 2 quarters or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's important. That shows you a behavior of a horse essentially. That's why that is kind of important to take a look at.
Oh yeah, and I see he's always. It looks like he's always putting the same augments. Okay. Huh. So you
Yeah, and
gotta.
you might
Go
see
ahead.
some of them switch up augments and stuff here and there. Let's see, what time are we at? What do we got? Like a half an hour ish on the stud stuff.
I think it says 42. I have 42 minutes here, but let me check. Oh wait, wrong
Auctions is
one.
the heart. Yep.
Oh wait. Oh, the heart. That's right. That's right. My auctions. Uh, 43
Yeah, 43.
minutes.
All right. All right, all right, all right. That's okay. We're doing good on time. Yeah, so this is good. We still got 43 minutes. I think we covered a lot of the tabs here, the
Mhm.
marketplace and the quest points. Go ahead and click on the marketplace. Talk about
This
this
one
real
here.
quick. Yep.
Okay.
I believe the filters are still broken. I just checked last night, and I think the filters were still broken on the marketplace. So filters don't work on the marketplace still.
Okay.
You'll have to use Zed Sight if you're doing any serious market shopping. I always recommend new players typically stay away from the market unless you know what you're looking for,
Hmm.
or unless you're just buying some floor horses that are you're going to use as Reforge tokens. So typically the floor horses are probably going to be some Reforge tokens. And I will point out this one thing to look at your breeding numbers. Okay, like if you're looking for a horse to breed with, make sure that it has at least numbers in that back half to use forge tokens on, like that back or that back number, that last number. So the same we were
Oh, right
looking at
here.
earlier, right? 0010. That means
Hmm.
that it does have 10 breed slots to unlock, and it's used 0 of them so far. But it doesn't have any unlocked, so you need Reforged tokens for that. So if you kind of scroll down a little bit, you can see the one next to that has 010-0,
Oh, right here. Okay.
right? That's a burn horse. That horse is useless. It's had 10 breeds used up, and
Oh.
there's no more slots to unlock.
So why wouldn't the person that owns this horse just burn it themselves? Why
They
sell it?
probably have a bunch of Reforged tokens already. They don't need it. They're just selling it on the floor to people that need it. It still has that one singular use. You got a floor horse for Reforged tokens. So you might be able to find something that has breeds on it down here in the floor,
Mhm.
but definitely be careful because if you're looking for a breeding horse, um, then that right there doesn't have anything to breed with. So that is essentially a forge token. That's all it is.
And that's just one. You would burn this Mary Bolero, right? And you would only get one burn token, reforged token,
Yeah, yeah, correct.
and that only unlocks one here in the backside.
One slot. Yep.
Oh damn. Okay, but 280 is like what? Probably like less than a penny, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
280
What is that? It's yeah, it's a
like
fraction
zero
of a
zero
cent, I
zero
think.
zero.
Yeah.
Okay, shit. Oh, and what was that site you were saying?
Zed Sight. Okay. Yeah. Let me link that in Gen Chat here.
Yeah.
I think it's linked a couple times before.
You said Zed. What was it called?
Zed Sight. It's
Oh, oh,
ZEDSIGHT.com.
GHT. Okay. Where were you putting it in general? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I dropped it in Gen Chat.
Let me see. What was that? 124. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, let me actually bookmark this one then. So you said you would prefer it's preferred to be shopping on here.
Yeah, so now go ahead and go to the like if you look on this one, go ahead and go to the marketplace on this.
Okay.
Okay, now you see here, you actually have filters, basic performance. Like you actually have a lot more filters than what's on the site, but these filters should actually work here. So you can look up certain generations. I don't know if he has like breed slots and stuff in this, but it should have the breed slots. Let's see.
I see rating. Oh no, breeds taken.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, breeds taken. So there's some filtering for breeds taken, right? You can do 0 breeds taken, look for unbred horses, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, I was gonna say, I know he's got a ton of filters on it. I don't do a lot of marketplace buying myself,
Mm-hmm.
but typically mass breeding, right? So
Yeah. And does that work
Um,
out for you well on the what are they events, tournaments? What are they called?
the quests.
Oh, quest.
So so yeah, essentially you have a season, and we're going to cover that tab. So we're going to
Okay.
just wanted to show this tab here on Zed Sight, and because we're going to start talking about Zed Sight here soon,
Okay.
especially
Should I
with
close this out?
yeah, you can go back to
Okay.
the other tab, or you can keep it open. It doesn't really matter. But and then yeah, so marketplace. Be careful as a new player going into the marketplace. Make sure you know what you're looking for. Ask Gin Chat for help. Like ask people in Gin Chat for help, and
Mm-hmm.
also use the in the Discord want to buys, wants to sells channel to see if somebody's got something you're looking for as well. Because some people may not have listed anything, and then look for sales and stuff that people are having, so you can hit a specific user and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you might get some better deals doing it that way. That's my recommendation, is to just go through some of the active users versus going through random shopping, especially directly on the Champs site with no filters. Zed site has filtering and stuff like that. So if you're starting to focus in and see it looking for something that has specific performance criteria that you're looking for, you can go in and filter through Zed Sight and then find like stuff like that that you're looking for a lot easier. Still probably have to hit up the want to buy channel in the Champ server and the
Mm-hmm.
Discord, because it again, some people might just not have stuff listed. Some people might have stuff listed, but for like a higher price, and they might come down on a price too. So obviously, some willing and dealing and negotiating might do you well.
Okay. Well, at least they have a good thing. They have those channels. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, what else are we looking at here?
So now let's move on to Quest.
Okay.
That's that's the last tab there.
This one here, the scroll. Okay.
Yep. Now this is important. A season right now is about a month long. We're about halfway through the season as of today. The current season 7. Quests are pointed and calculated and stuff like pretty much every day. Uh, Weekly rewards happen from the quest. So this is the quest board right now is buggy, and actually, Zed Sight is the go-to right now to track your quest points because it's actually working up to date, and and that's what they had official announcement. Hey, we're using Zed Sight for the quest board this season, right? So
Oh, really? Wait, but Zed
yeah,
Sight is a third party, right?
yes.
What the hell? Okay. Cool. Huh.
Oddly enough, the Quest tab is also run by a third party. It's actually Snag, third party tool. So
So which one?
so it's just what's that?
What were you saying was also ran by a third party?
Well, it's a third party tool. The Quest board is actually a third party tool. The link is like down at the bottom of it. So if you
Oh,
scroll all the way
really?
down to the bottom of the page, you can see it says powered by Snag.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm like, so I yeah, I'm like, so oddly enough, that's a third party tool already. But yeah, Tempest is actually like killing it, like with his Zed Sight tool. Tempest, you see on the leaderboards all the time, and he shares like basically what he uses um, to do all of his breeding and everything, tooling and stuff for free with the community. Obviously, like uh, um, could not really play this game at the level that we kind of play it at
Mm-hmm.
without that tool. Tempest, um, Hoodie, and Spaghetti you seen on the leaderboard a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keiju, like so you see these guys that are up at the top. They're like breeding a ton of horses and just constantly like flowing through. They wouldn't be able to probably do it through just the Zed Champs website. The Zed site actually is probably what allows them to go through manage their stables a little more accordingly because a lot of stats and stuff just right there on your stable page through Zed site and like
Mm-hmm.
just just a ton of like good analytic info, augment selection choices, stuff like that.
So they're on the top from not races or anything, but just doing their quests.
A lot of it is quest, but it is also from like the racing, because it's you get a ton of points for like the top 80, um, and the King of the Hill. So King of the Hill and top 80. Like King of the Hill, if you're up in the first place position, can land you 100 points or 800 points a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh
so
damn.
being the top of the leaderboard is a ridiculous amount of points, and they've got a lot of horses running.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh, and then what the? Oh, this is a bonus for what,
Yeah,
like top
fastest
three or
horse
something?
bonus. Yeah, it's a fastest horse bonus.
Oh.
So like the fastest horse of the week for each of the rating groups. And if you want to qualify for that, so again, this is where I say like some of these quests are important because that's a USDC cash prize. Um,
Oh.
that's just on the side. That doesn't get you any quest points, but it gets you some money if you hit it.
And
Um,
how do you know who's
yeah.
winning this right now?
So now we go back to Zed Sight. So now
Oh,
we go
okay.
back to Zed Sight. But I did want to talk about those, like where the quest board was,
Mhm.
even though it's not being used right now on the main site. So
Okay.
again, another use for Zed Sight, and I always recommend go for a quest because it's easy weekly money. You just have to hit top 50, and you get a little bit of kickback from prizes each week,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
You get points from putting in studs and them being used. Breeding. Uh, each day you can get 100 points for just breeding 10,000 Zed worth of breeds, right? So
Uh-huh.
staking up to 1,000. So you can pick 10 horses up in the top 16 and stake 100 Zed each and get yourself 100 points. Uh,
Oh wow.
by staking up to 1,000 Zed. And 1,000 Zed, like we were just talking, like what, fraction of a cent or something like that, or a penny, I think, is what that those floor horses are, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're about to breed for 500 Zed. I think that's two
I'm killing it
cents,
already. I'm killing
one
it.
1.5 cents, I think it is. Yeah. I'm like, so right now you can play the game pretty cheap as far as as far as entry to the game. Not a lot of competition at that entry level, and hitting the top 50 on these leaderboards is not that hard to do if you're just hitting a little bit of the pieces of the game. Stake on a handful of top horses, see if they make you a little extra money, um, and
Oh.
they maybe but be careful, right? Staking you don't have any control of. You don't get to choose when you can pull the stake out.
Hmm.
So it's at the owner of the horse's discretion is when you get that back essentially. So, but
Oh, when they
active stables,
retire.
yep, yep. But
Oh.
active stables like Pegasus, Tempest, Spaghetti, Keiju, um, I
I
Down Mustang is hit and miss. Be careful what you put on some of his horses. Make sure it's not just sitting there farming the
I saw
top
he has
80.
two of them. There's like a up Mustang and down Mustang. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there it is. Shit.
I'm doing air quotes right now, but they're brothers.
Oh, okay.
Brothers. That's what I've been told. And then of course everybody makes jokes like, "Yeah, sure, I'm gonna get my brother to play too." Like whatever. I don't know. Like
That's good.
yeah, that's been a running joke. Yeah, they're brothers. But they, as far as I know, it's brothers. Does the one possibly manage both stables sometimes? Yeah, sure, probably. Most likely,
That's
if not
good.
most of the time.
Start bringing the whole family.
Just bring the whole family.
Hmm.
But yeah, the handful of the top runners up there are pretty
God
safe
damn.
to stake on, and also like that's one of the things too. If you're just doing like 100 Zed, 200 Zed, or something on the top five, like five of the top horses, couple hundred Zed, like it's really just to get the quest points, right? That's like 50 point. It's 50 or 100 points, I think, easy that you can do a day for, 1,000 Zed staking, um, easy
So
points.
so what? So Pegasus now, Pegasus Industries, his NASCAR robot is the fastest currently. So he's gonna be getting that 150 when it's the season ends, if he's still the fastest.
Yeah, actually, I think that just reset today, and I think that is the current. Um,
So he
like
already
the
got the money?
current. They'll get it today.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think because Sunday evening, I think is when it cuts off and starts a
New season?
new week for the weekly rewards, and then the new season is in
Oh.
2 weeks. So we still got 2 weeks on this season.
Oh, this bonus quest was a weekly thing?
Yep, every
Oh
week you can go for the
shit.
fastest horse.
Jeez, that's not bad. I mean, well, for them, I mean, I know they've already put probably a lot of money into the game, but that's a nice little payout, like to come back if he can keep hitting the what is it, top or whatever the bonus is for the quest. I mean, it's not going to always be what's the fastest horse, right, for each bracket, or is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. So it's like
What Tempest tables is for the? Is this like wait, bracket two? What does that mean?
that's the 4-star, 3.5 star,
Oh, okay.
and then your 3-star and below.
So he
Uh,
he will
so
get
50.
75. Oh, okay,
Oh yeah,
75.
75, 75. Sorry, yeah,
And
and then
then
20.
Keen F. Oh, from the three to just three and below stars, $25. Huh? Interesting. Okay. Shit. So it looks like the top dogs are not really racing on bracket three and below, huh? Maybe I should focus on that, huh?
Focus on the 3-star. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. There's a little spot for everybody to be trying to shoot for. And
Build my capital.
uh, kind of gives you some reason to like go ahead and keep those 3 stars breeding, right?
Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you hit that three and a half
Sweet.
star big down roll off of your 4.5s, just let it run.
Now, how do you
um,
even? How would you even be able to try to stay from the but in between the three stars and below? I mean, you can't just breed 2, 3 stars and then wouldn't you have a possibility to go higher? No.
right, right. I, it's definitely happens like side breeds and stuff like that. I that later generation, I don't know what generation some of these horses are that are hitting 3-star.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have given up on anything below 3.5 star at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably where these guys are running some of these. So these are probably just leftover junker horses that people are like printing still in the in the G20s that are down rolls from
Mm-hmm.
higher rating horses, and
Damn.
they're just hitting real bad down rolls, but they're getting like the top times now. So
Oh wow.
I'm assuming like that's typically where some of these are hitting from.
I mean, I would think that all the lower stars would have already been pretty much maxed out bred, right?
Uh, yeah, but they like there's not going to be a shortage of like 3 stars, for example, because you can still down roll on breeds, right? So you can still go from a couple of 4 stars and hit 3.5 and 3 stars from a couple of 4 stars, even in later generations. So
Oh.
it's definitely possible to down roll and hit into this range.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
that's typically who's hitting these times in this range. Is either brand new generations and lines being made,
Mm-hmm.
um, from the Gen Zeros,
Mm-hmm.
or some of these really huge down rolls that you might see. Um,
It's not possible
but
for the two that I have right now to drop down that dramatically though, right? Or there is a
oh,
chance.
through Zed, all things are possible.
Damn,
I
the way you
know
said that.
I through Zed, all things are possible. No, I have not seen a down roll that extreme. I don't
Oh
think you're
shit.
gonna hit a 3-star, but I have seen some 3.5 hit, and I'm like, gosh, dude, like how? Like I feel like you have to try to down roll that hard, um, in champs. But I don't know, man. Like sometimes I see like a down roll that I question. I'm like, how did they get that? Like that is the worst kind of luck.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a 3-star from 2 4.5s though.
2, 4.5. Oh, okay, okay. Huh, something to. I might try to see if I can live in this area for a bit. I'll have to see. I figure out how to do that just before I start building up. Because I mean, look at all these guys. It's like heavily dominated by the bigger ones. Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Those top two. Now, yeah. So one thing to note is that you do have to do a minimum breed fee, to to qualify for that, right? So which again, we're talking about like a dollar to
Yeah.
25 cents or something like that. I don't know. It's 1,000. I think it's 1,000 Zed for that 3 star, for minimum. Right. I typically, like a lot of my horses, I'm doing 500 to 1,000 anyway. So sometimes I don't even know why I don't just move that up to 1,000 Zed, like on my own. So I can, some of my horses might actually hit and qualify some of these, and I'm just like, whatever.
Like a 1,000 Zed per horse, at least minimum.
Yes,
That
yeah,
you
for
that
the
you're
three.
staking
Uh,
onto your own horses.
no, that's what you have to breed out. Like that's where your breed number needs to be.
So right now, if I'm able to breed from this auction that's happening right now, that's already 500. So I would need at least another 500 for the month.
Uh, no,
Or
no,
what?
no. For no, just to qualify that horse for the speed test, you
Mhm.
have to hit. Do you see right here where it says initial balance 5,000? Right
Where?
there down, where you're on the bracket 1, 5, 4.5 star, rating 4.5 dash initial balance 5,000.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yeah, that's the minimum you need to put onto the at breeding. You need to have the initial owner balance at 5,000 in order
So
for it to qualify for this speed trial.
so let's just say, for example, that NASCAR robot, he bred it for 500 Zed or Rezed or no Zed, right, or whatever
Yeah,
Rezed.
Zed or Rezed,
Um,
whatever.
he would need to attach another 4,500 on top of it to be able to qualify
I don't think you
or
can
stake it.
stake on top of it. You have to breed it. He had to have bred it at 5,000,
Oh
which
shoot. Okay.
plus 10% or whatever, plus 10-15%. So he would have had to actually bred it for 5,500, I think.
Zed, and that's how much is that? 5,500 Zed. What is that? Oh, $1.36. Okay. I mean, still,
Very
you
pricey.
know.
It's very pricey.
Oh
Watch out.
shit. I know, but still though, for $1.36 and he's hit first place,
For
150
100,
prize. That's
150
fucking
bucks. Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm like, it's really cheap to play
Wow,
this game right now. Like I,
that's
exactly.
crazy.
That's
Jesus.
why
So
I'm
what's
saying, I'm like, yeah, I do like
1,000?
500, 1,000 or whatever, but like could definitely easily do more.
Oh, then I need to probably make sure all my horses at least have a minimum of 1,000 then, right? At least to be in
If
the
you're
first
shooting,
bracket.
if you're shooting for 3 stars,
Yeah,
get,
yeah,
get
yeah.
a
Oh,
thousand
yeah,
so
but
you can
mine's
go
a
for that $25,
4.5.
right? And
Yeah,
again,
so
that's a
25.
cheap ticket entry to $25 prize pool, right? So, but hitting 3 stars, is tough to try for,
Yeah.
unless you're starting off with some 3 stars. So you can find them in the marketplace probably. Find
Mhm.
some studs and some mares that you can mess around with in that 3 star range. You might be able to find them. I would recommend going for like some later generations to see what you can do with like the later generations and mixed matches. That way you might hit some upbreeds. I would say if you're doing that, shoot for that $2,500 minimum. That way, if you hit some 3.5s or some fours off of it, yeah,
Yeah.
you cover both your 3 star and your up to 4 star. If you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna shoot for these speed trials, I would go, and going for those lower rated horses. I would go for the 2,000 Z or
Mm.
2,500 Z and shoot for
Yeah.
that middle ground, just in case you get an upbreed and hit the times in that, right?
Yeah. True. But when you said later generations, what do you mean by that? By like instead of a G1, it is like G500 or something?
Yeah. Well, and I think they're the higher generations now are hitting like the generation 40.
Oh, okay. That's
So something
like the
like in the
highest.
30s and 40s and stuff if you can find it on the marketplace.
Generated G30, G40. Damn, I'm already planning how to start trying to enter in this. Okay, cool. I like it. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's why I kind
yeah.
of wanted to cover quest because I'm like, dude, there's like easy quest, like your quest points are easy. If
Mm-hmm.
you're staking every day and breeding up to 10,000 Zed uh, worth of breeds in the auctions every day, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get an easy like 150 points just off that. If you end up with a bunch of horses and you're able to throw them all into stud, here and there, that's 10 points per stud that gets hit. even by other players or yourself.
Yeah.
So if you're just trying to breed yourself some forage tokens for cheap, or just trying to get some quest points, throw studs in, throw studs in, throw studs in, right? Because somebody's going to hit them, and then that's what keeps a nice flow of. Hey, there's a couple stables that obviously they just go in and spam the studs, and
Yeah.
they'll throw down 100, 200, whatever Zed on the auctions, and let whatever as the retirements ramp up, those horses get in. Messes with the balances a little bit in the race pool, but who cares? Like we're playing for like 20 cents a race anyway, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean tops. Tops.
But you're saying do the quests. I mean, you only need to be in top 20 or top 50, right?
50, yeah.
I think you said. Oh,
And if you
okay,
look
but
at yeah, if you look
how?
at Zed Sight real quick at the
Yeah.
quest leaderboard, that one's gonna be more accurate for sure. You could see go down to like 50 and see how many points is there. The week just started, so I think everybody's like just barely hitting.
Oh wait, you can't even. Oh, I think there's only 42 right now.
So not even 42 people have started the day off yet.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. And most of these are
Um.
from studs probably getting hit.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
The all the upper ones are these guys all have like top 80 horses probably.
Um. But there's no. You said top 50 get a little like payout or something of Zed, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think
That's per week.
the thing top. I think yeah, every week,
Every
a
week.
little bit.
Okay. And
Yeah, I
is there
probably
like a certain amount of like how much they 50 compared to 40 compared to 30 receive?
so it's weighted based on like how many points you're getting and contributing to the game essentially. So
Mm.
like there's a weighting that happens. So obviously the top gets a higher weight, and
Mm-hmm.
then so on and so forth. So the scales down. I think I've been consistently making like $1.50 in Zed a week.
$1.50,
And
huh? What is that? Oh, so about
yeah,
6,000 Zed tokens. Okay.
yeah, somewhere around there. I've been consistently making about that, somewhere between like 3,000 and 6,000. I float around
Oh,
literally
per
the
week?
bottom of the top 50. I probably hit uh, 27th, I think, was my best placement so far. Playing,
Mm.
but again, when I tell you I'm only playing 1 2 days a week, so
Oh, DB Racing. I've seen him before. Jesus, man. Some of these people. Okay, okay. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna have to start trying to plan out how to proceed on this one. Okay, okay. Um, damn. Okay, but yeah, so that's the quest, but then the side quest has nothing to do with how many points or whatever. This is just if you hit it, right?
that's just some extra cash flow,
Yeah,
and it's actually and obviously bang for the buck. Like when you think about what you're putting in, it's a
yeah,
good one
yeah.
to shoot for. Like it's not even that difficult, but there is only one winner in each of those brackets, right?
True,
So,
true.
but it's a
But
good chunk of money for sure.
and it's not always who's the fastest, right? I'm assuming the bonus quest it changes up.
No, this one for the last handful of seasons has been just the fastest. So
Oh, oh shit. Okay, nice. Damn. Okay. What else? That was a really good info. I really like the quest tab. This was a good one. Damn.
yeah, and it's again like the with the speed trial. That's obviously the big money, but just
Definitely.
consistency, like just playing consistently.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take a lot to get up into that top 50. Like it's not super competitive near the bottom. That's people that are throwing their studs in. They're playing a little bit, a couple horses maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, it's not bad, man.
but they're actively playing. They're just actively playing the game, and they're landing in the quest leaderboard.
What is this? How did they get my name right here? What the hell? I just realized that.
Your social login, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I was gonna say if you're logged in like with your Google account or something like that, I think it pops up on that quest board with that.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, I saw you couldn't log in with a wallet. Like you could link it, your wallet, right down here. But
Yeah.
okay. All
Oh,
right.
it looks like did that Zed convert. Oh, and check your auctions real quick. I think you got outbid.
Oh, is that why I probably got my 500?
Yeah.
Or 500? Oh, that's not good. Heart, right?
Yeah, heart. My auctions 510. I would
Outbid.
say go to 1,000. Your reset is going to be useless, but I would say go to 1,000. See where it pops up to. This is where it gets a little competitive.
You said 1,000?
I would try it. Yeah.
Oh.
You don't have to worry about auto bid. You might go auto bid just to see if it pops up a little cheaper. It depends on if you want to try to hit for that. If you want to try to shoot for that time trial stuff, right? Yeah, you're gonna need like what 5,000 or whatever for the 4.5 5-star one.
Oh yeah, but it was not even letting me swap my Zed. Unless it did.
How much time do you got on the
13.
auction?
I think.
So good.
Yeah, 13.
If you want to shoot 5,000 at that, I'll send you the Zed over.
What is that? Oh, for the 5,000? Yeah, okay. I mean, just
because
tell me how
you're
much.
most likely gonna hit anything from 4 to 5-star with this combo. I like majority of the time that's what a couple of well matched up 4.5s is gonna do.
Okay.
Is somewhere in the 4 to 5 range. Like we're hoping for at least a side roll, here,
Yeah.
with a little bit better speeds than the parents.
Do you think I could do just auto bid and just go bump it up to that 5,000?
Yeah. Well, you can only put in 39.90 here. DM me your wallet real quick. Let me send you some extra Zed. Like, yeah, let's get it. But if you want to just shoot for that, let's just drop 5,000 on it. Like.
Here. I think so. I just sent you that internal one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I guess how much is how much? Whatever. I guess you're sending what, like probably 1,100 or something. How much is that so I can send you that in USDC?
I'm not even worried about it because I don't even have an external wallet linked or nothing, so I'm not worried about it.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I don't know why it wasn't letting me
1,
swap it.
Yeah, you just need 1,100 right
Yeah.
for now. Oh yeah, that sucks. Like the swap's not working anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I had the gas and the money, but I don't know. I have to try to play with that. I wonder if it was just base network is congested or down. I don't know. Do I just reload?
It's trying to transaction to send here. I'm like, hopefully it sends. Maybe, yeah. There we go. I think it just sent.
I can reload, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to make sure. What? Alrighty. So I what place bed? Oh shit! What am I doing? Wait, isn't it place bid?
It should have a raise bid, but I guess it's being finicky. Hold on, yeah. There we go. Go to the homepage. So here, one of those bugs that it gets annoying. So
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
raise bid from there.
Okay. Is this correct? Right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So should I just put what?
5,000. Go straight for it. If you're going for the speed trials, right? Like you want to go ahead and put that on there and get it. And actually, before you do that,
or should I do like 25 and then raise auto bid to the rest of the 5,000? Or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe you hit the 4-star. At least go for the 4-star ones.
Yeah. Okay. So what? 25.
That's tough. That's tough. Like I'm always like, and then 5 there.
So another what? Oh wait, should I just do the rest of that balance?
No, yeah. You just put in 5,000. Like you just put in the max you want to auto bid to.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
I
then,
thought this was like the different. Okay, okay. So
yeah.
5,000.
No, I
Oh,
mean,
auto bid.
I'm kind of glad that we went over that because normally I tell people like just stay away from auto bid, but
Oh,
that works. Like, because you can see it on the blockchain explorer, and so if somebody wanted to mess with you, they could just max bid you, but you don't mind if it gets max bid anyway. So that's the kind of key point that I wanted to make with auto bids is make sure it's what you're willing to spend on the horse,
yeah.
because you will get into bid battles and stuff like that. And if somebody really wants to mess with you, they can go on the blockchain explorer, see your bids and your reserve for the auto bid, and they'll just
Oh, really? You
put
can
you.
see both?
Yeah, so if you were to
Oh,
put like
shit.
50,000 in there, right? Well, they can see your current bid right here on the front end, right? But on the back end, they can see that you put a 5,000 Zed. So if you go in and put
Oh.
50,000 Zed on a bunch of horses,
Uh-huh.
somebody could go in and be like, we're gonna make you pay 49,990.
But
And you're like, dang, I just wanted to just wanted to have the auto bid in there just so I can, but like, I just paid 40,000 for a 3-star horse.
but since both of them are my horses though, wouldn't I end up getting, say if they outbid me, wouldn't I get a partial or all of that as Zed?
Uh, you would get so you get your Zed back, obviously, but you would get 10% staked on the new horse, on the baby horse. If you're stud, if somebody hits your stud, you get 10% on the new horse.
A 10% of whatever they end up outbidding me?
Yep. Yep.
Ah, okay. So is that 10%? Okay.
Yeah, and it
Damn.
goes on the baby horse as a stake.
Huh. Damn though. I wish it was a little bit more though, because I mean, say if they outbid me 5,001 or whatever, or however, if can you even do that, like 5,001?
It's increments of 100.
Oh, okay, so 5,100.
Sorry, increments of 10. Increments of 10.
Oh,
Sorry.
so 5,010 if
10.
they wanted
Yep.
to outbid me like that. What is that? 10% is only what, like 500? I
Yep.
don't know. I
Yep.
feel like there should have been a little higher for the outbidding, but okay, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, 500
And
is like nothing.
yeah, and you know what? It used to be a little bit higher percentage for the stud owner,
Hmm.
and then um, like I think it was a flat 15% or so. I don't know. It's changed so
Hmm.
much, like through from launch to now.
Yeah, I remember watching
But
an old video of this from Zed Run. There was a couple, this woman and guy and her husband, I think, and I remember her saying something about like she they invested a lot of money and they had several horses and they were just focusing, I guess, on breeding and they were doing pretty well. I wonder what happened to them. That was like a year or 2 years ago.
yeah,
Shit, man.
yeah, I don't know, because like old school Zed, the owners got leftover money past the minimum breeds minus fees, whatever.
Hmm.
The stud owners got a lot of the money, right? Now, what that led to though was people were all wanting to be stud owners, and the market was essentially flooded. People were having to give breeds away because nobody was playing the game, right?
Hmm.
Everybody wants to be a stud owner. No one wants to race and play the game. So when I say no one, I'm like, we went from like thousands of players to a couple hundred players, right? Like active players. And then so now the champions went the different route of like, okay, no, we want to focus more on rewarding and keeping the money in the pool and giving the money to people that are actually playing the game.
Hmm.
So majority of the money goes on the horse balance for race entry fees and stuff like that, which it started off at 50% going to the horse balance, right? So you actually were paying a little extra for the horse early on when champs first started off. So so then I don't remember what the percentage was to the stud owner though. it was still low. It actually might have been lower than it is now. It might have been 5% actually. Now that I think about it.
Oh damn.
Which again, a deterrent from just people holding horses. I think these horses, especially this ecosystem, is not like the horses are not meant to hold forever. You know, you get 10 breeds, they race, they never race again. You get 10 breeds, then they can never breed again, and then they burn. Right? Like
Mm-hmm.
they need to be used. The whole ecosystem is based on the horses being used. So people sit on horses still, even in this game, and they're like, the value of my Gen Zero, and I'm like, yeah, but with like they're printable assets, like there's infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Use them
Damn.
or lose them. Yeah, so a lot more focus on like actively playing the game versus sitting and getting fees and making your rent off of others using your studs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like a balance would be really cool to see where um the stud owners and stuff get that little extra, especially because there's very limited, right? Like you had like infinite breeds essentially with OG Zed, right?
Yeah. Has there been any possible like update on this new what's it this new update that's or sorry any updates given recently or a time frame or quarter of when these new updates are going to be pushed out?
You know, I like Ian said in Gin Chat at one point like a couple weeks. I think it's coming up on about a couple weeks. I know they said season 6, 7 would be this. So this is like a little bit express. Like we went from 2-month seasons to
So,
these last two being 1 month long seasons.
mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if something's coming soon, where they're gonna drop some info and stuff like that. The Casino Zed Royale or whatever casino game is where they're focused at right now.
Is that going to be like a separate site? I don't know if they've shown any type of like
Yeah,
sneak peeks or
there's
something.
a Twitter account, I think it was. Like, see, I don't have Twitter, or
Yeah, that's
X or
crazy, man.
whatever.
What are you doing,
Um,
bro?
you know what, man? I live on a Discord. I barely even have a Facebook that I manage, and that's just to keep in touch with family and stuff. You know,
Oh, I don't
like
even have that.
I'm like,
But Twitter
if
is
I
for like everything crypto, dude.
right. Yeah. Yeah. What were we just talking about?
Because there was a Twitter account for the
Casino
casino.
Royale. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I think they have a Twitter account with some like teasers and stuff. I don't know if they've showed anything though, but I did see somebody link one a post about it not too long ago. But I played the early test. It's a very quick paced. They're definitely leaning more towards like that gambling, quick gamble, like go. Um, Quick, I
Oh,
guess, coin in, coin out kind of dealio.
my the timer went out. So
Yeah, let's refresh or go to the auctions. Go to my auctions. I don't see a notification pop up or your money back, so you still have the lead. Um, yeah. Sorry, we should have actually been on this my auctions and refreshing here and just kind of chilling. Okay, so we're just chilling and waiting. Buy now price is 390. I should be settling at any moment now, so
oh man.
gonna hopefully get your horse set up for the first race. I don't know how long it's gonna take for this to settle and go through, and then for your first race to actually, yep, there it goes pending. So you can see that it
Oh
goes
yeah,
to a pending
settling.
stat, and that means that you got it. Like that's not no
Oh,
more bids
complete.
can go through. Yeah, one,
Damn.
boom, next. And you can either go straight to your stable, hit the notifications, hit view, whatever, like, and then click on that middle. Let me explain this page actually real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
This is good. So obviously it shows the two parents over to the far left of this little square here where it says summary temp.
Mm-hmm.
You see the two parents here. One of the names is not showing, but normally it does. And then in the middle is the offspring, and
Mm-hmm.
on the right is the horse that it retires. Like so, the horse that it's replacing in the race pool.
Okay, hold on, hold on. So the parent was on the left. The middle was an offspring, a brother or sister from the
No,
same
it's
parents.
that's your new horse. The middle is your new horse.
Oh, Vigorous Kale is my new horse.
Yep. And then
Okay,
to
and then
the
he's replacing Dream Big, who just retired.
yep, yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Okay.
So when I was talking about the one for one
Yeah.
horse goes in, one horse goes out. That shows you the one for one swap right there. You can see who it was that it replaced.
One for
And then you
one.
just got a
Hmm.
notification. Vigorous Cal has entered the racing pool. Look out. So typically they go into um your stable and they show newborn, but this
Okay.
one went straight into the racing pool from newborn. So typically you can't do anything until it goes from newborn to race pool. We get to go in and set augments right now, so that's good.
Okay. So where do I go for this? Do I just click
Uh,
this?
so if you click on that, if no, I don't think you can go from there. I've clicked all over that. But if you just right here on this page, like just click on that middle horse head.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
right
this?
there on the head. Just click on the head. Yeah, take you straight to
Okay.
it, and you can name it. And you only get one shot at naming it. So
Oh, shoot. Give me a second. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, man.
the hard part is the hardest part of the game, naming.
Yeah, I started coming up with oh shit.
You had 2 hours to figure this out.
Yeah, I have a theme. Um, my wife's Russian, so I go with Russian themed or like USSR themed. So because since I'm in other racing games, it's so hard to try to come up with so many names. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go with a whole theme, and so that's what I've been doing for all my other names. Hold on. No, I think I might have to. I think I'll wait on naming it for now, just in case. Oh shit! Can I exit?
Yeah, I think you can hit X and it'll be fine and it'll pop up again. Uh,
I
it
hope.
should.
Oh shit! Oh no!
But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and go back. Click back on there.
Something tells me it's not gonna.
Like I think you have 24 hours to name the horse. Like as long as you didn't hit apply, I think you're good. And now it wants to mess with you and have loading issues.
Yeah,
You
I
might just have to
know.
hit refresh.
Yeah. Shit, I hope it did. Oh man, I should have had that name ready and loaded. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Just in
yeah.
case though, I'm gonna make sure to always have a name before that because I know there's bugs. I don't know if you've ever dealt with naming your horse or whatever automatically.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, but you
Well,
got 24 hours. But go. Let's go. We got to go back into the horse anyway. Go into the horse because
okay.
we're gonna set augments. We're gonna talk about augments.
Can I? Oh, okay, okay, cool, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
just X, and then so down uh, below where it says stake on this horse.
Okay. Oh,
Just
click
nope.
it.
Just
No.
no. Just below that is your
Okay.
augments.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
there
go.
you go. And then
Oh,
so
that's the
you
voids.
yeah yeah. There's a couple voids on that. My kind of horse comes with voids. So go ahead and click on one of those, and then
Oh.
yeah, and then so now you have choices, right? So this should be a front half horse. Somewhere in first and second quarter is probably its strongest quarter. Um, that I'm pretty sure when I was looking, that's what I set you up with.
Okay.
Was a couple that match up, and you did get a 4.5 star.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you're
Nice.
out of the you're out of the speed challenge for this horse.
Oh yeah.
But
Jesus.
that's all right. You got 2,500 back. So
Oh man, I should have just threw the 5,000 in there. I don't know why I did that.
all in.
Well,
I know. Yeah, that's why I was saying. I was like, yeah, you might want to just put it all in, but
damn it. Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. Uh,
So
so a lot of theories around where to augment. It's going to
yeah.
be trial and error. Like
Hmm.
your first race when it schedules will be sometime in the next like 3-ish hours or so. Like sometime within either I don't know exactly when this cycle ends. The cycle it's every 3 hours is another set of races. So you're basically going to hit 5 races within a day, and I think it's 8 races a day.
So I don't have to assign my horse up for any type of race. It's just being entered already.
It's all based off of matchmaking rank, and then it'll sort you in and schedule you for races automatically.
Oh, oh,
Pretty much,
really? Nothing
it,
manual?
nothing manual on the racing. Yep, all every 3 hours, your
What?
horse is going to be entered into a race.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Oh wow, that's definitely
That's
different because I remember Zed you had to select, right? I think every racing game I've been in, you have
every
to manually
every
select.
single race. Yeah, got to pick every
Wow.
single race. That's why I said managing 20 horses on this is a lot easier than like OGZ or DNA or like other racing games, right? Like because you're not picking
Damn.
races,
Hmm.
you are literally letting your horse do the work. You're picking your augments, which does affect the race
Yeah.
outcome. So you gotta like keep an eye on that. So managing your horses is essentially what you're doing. Breeding and management, when to
Wow.
retire, how much you're breeding for, what lineage you're building. A lot more focus on analytics and managing your horses here, and then letting them run and hoping you end up in the top 80.
That's not bad though, because I mean, like I said, me playing other racing games, I mean, that would be a lot to give it attention to one game then the next. If I already can just, I'm having a good understanding of this game and breeding pretty often, and they're just racing on their own and kind of in the background. That's nice, you know, like it makes it easier for me, right? For at least for me,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah, see,
nice.
that's why I said like we waited out, and I feel like we covered a lot of info too, as far as like just the
Mm-hmm.
basics of the game and getting started.
Yeah.
Your auction, right? But the biggest like time sink is like sitting and waiting for auctions, picking out your horses that you're trying to match up, and sitting and
Mm-hmm.
waiting for auctions. And then obviously, if you're waiting 2 hours and you lose your auction, super frustrating.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like that
to
fucker that was trying to outbid me.
yeah, oh
Damn,
yeah.
man.
A 4.5 star sitting for 500. I knew that was going to be a long shot, but we were kind of waiting for you to see if you could swap your USDC over
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So like I was like I had a feeling it would be a long shot, but figured you'd have to boost up a little bit.
uh, damn, should have waited for that 5,000. Okay, I mean now I know like moving forward what to do, or at least on. I might just set the minimum. You know, for if I have any like 3 stars or 2 stars or whatever, or the what is it? Sorry, the three. What are they called? Three brackets. I might just start
Yeah.
sending. You know, just hitting the minimum, the initial balances instead of doing the just 500 or something. But it might
Yeah,
start
no, of
adding
course.
up pretty fast too, though. So
Yeah, yeah, and so that's
yeah.
what I was gonna say is like,
Hmm.
I'm like, obviously, yeah, that's something you want to shoot for. I think bang for the buck,
Yeah.
that's definitely worth shooting for sure. 100%, I agree with you. Like, 5,000 Zed a pop for 4.5 star horses and stuff. I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, might as well. 2,000 Zed or 2,500 Zed for the mid tier. Like even if you're doing lower rank or lower star rated horses to try to get those upbreeds.
Hmm.
Um, there's no reason why you couldn't shoot for that 2,500, and it's really not much more than say like with the way I do it is 500 to 1,000 Zed normally.
Hmm.
Um, not much more than that to go ahead and enter your horse into the speed challenge, right?
Hmm.
But like some pointers and tips that I'll say is like a lot of those horses winning are down breeds from 4.5 stars that are hitting that range, that are hitting those speeds. So there are later generation horses. So if you're building new lineage, I would stay cheaper end
Hmm.
for several generations in, like probably 5 to 10 generations of staying cheap and seeing what your horses are doing down that lineage path.
Okay. Hmm.
And then um, when while you're doing your higher generation breeds, considering going for those you know that 5,000 um, plus plus bid or whatever. So
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
so augments. So
Yeah.
let's talk about augments real quick,
Hmm.
right? So you have these ones right here, and definitely read what. So your horse should be a front half horse, strong. Like it should be strong in the front half. So you might want to augment something like the third, like in
HSP.
things going into the third quarter and then final sprint maybe. You got a 4.5 star horse. Most likely you're gonna see at least 4 stars in speed and sprint. And hopefully, to be honest, hopefully it's 5 and 5, right, for speed and sprint. And then maybe you take a hit on endurance, which means that it just doesn't last as long in the race pool. So, if you've got a good sprint rating though, I would say with this horse you might want to do some final sprint augments. So the what is it? The Crimson, yeah, Crimson Sea is probably a good one to start with.
Crimson Sea.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a second one, and yeah.
In the
And
final
what that
sprint.
does is gives you a speed boost in the final sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like the start of the race, second quarter, whatever else. You can switch them up just based on how you're feeling. Like watch that first race, see how it feels, see if you want to re-augment somewhere, either fill in a weakness or maybe strengthen a strength. 7 meters in front of both horses. It's possible that this horse hits that. Several times, several races. But remember, both adjacent horses do have to be uh, 7 meters behind your horse now. So this is 7 meters in front of both adjacent horses. So this is a conditional, but it is a big boost if that hits. So this horse should take leads in the first couple quarters fairly often um, because of the parents and how they were running, how they ran. So that's what I kind of matched you up with was a front half horse. But again, with all the lineage and mixes that have happened over the generations, you're talking thousands of horses in its lineage pool. So who knows how mixed up it is and what you're actually going to get. So you can take a chance here and try to go for the lead, or you can go for something a little flatter, or I like the core, the GX Core R here, starting off normally because uh, again, even if it is a front half horse, it does start strong, it might get passed up at the end, and then you'll get an extra little boost anyway. So
what did you say for the ratings again? How many races do you have to race before that shows?
5 races for speed. So every horse has to race a minimum of 5 races for it to retire or be kicked out of the pool anyway. So every horse that goes through the race pool is going to have speed rating unlocked, and it's going to show. And then see there you
5.
go. I was wondering. I was like, it pops up as so 0 of 10 races, 0 of 15. Yeah.
Jesus. All right, rating unlocks. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. And then hydraulic. What is this?
And then there's a final sprint for the hydraulic as well if you really want to strengthen that final sprint to try to give this horse that.
This one here, Core H.
Sprint. Yep.
Okay. Let's try it out. Why not?
I like to use like a last half or first half augment a lot in that spot. If my sprints are really weak anyway, I prefer the longer boost versus that short kick boost for the final sprint. But that's going to be like situational. You're just going to have to watch the race, a race or two, and see how it does, and then see if you want to switch them up.
And then how do I know if my horse is about to race soon? I mean, it won't race with this name, right?
So scroll up right here. It says horse in race. That flag is messed up. Go ahead and go back to your stable view. Okay, right there. So in the states, that green will turn purple, and it'll say scheduled.
Okay, but I could still probably name my horse even if it's scheduled.
Yeah, you have 24 hours to name your horse. Yep.
Okay, just want to make sure. But I mean, typically horses, there's no like, okay, this horse is now made and it has to wait like 24 hours before it can race. It could just start racing right out the bat.
Yeah. So that horse that just left the race pool that your horse replaced, typically within like 3 to 6 hours, is what you're going to probably be looking at. You might see the schedule. Like I said, I don't remember when the schedule resets. I want to say like right now-ish. I think horses should start getting scheduled in the next 8 minutes. I think it's 8 a.m. our time as one of the cycles. So I think 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. are like the main like seasonal cycle like time frames as Pacific Standard Time, right? So we're in PST. So it's I think it's 8 um, East Coast. But um, every 3 hours. So if it was 5, then 8, then what 11. So I think that's where the cycle is. So yeah, the next probably like 12 minutes I think it takes for the pool to start getting scheduled up. 8 to 12 minutes or something like that.
Okay, I think I'm
I mean, most of the horses that are in these first races should already be getting scheduled. Like your horse is probably going to be closer to the beginning of the race schedule being fresh.
all right. I just put his name there. Okay, so I just want to. Oh wait, the fuck.
Hey, what? Yeah, so right there, horse name updated successfully.
Oh,
Um, yep.
okay. I was just sort of like, wait, what the hell? Because there was a time where I was trying to name one of the horses I had in the breeding pool, and it wasn't accepting it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna rename another horse that same name, and then it accepted it. So I was like, wait, what happened? But okay,
Oh
okay.
yeah, it gets buggy often. So refreshing, clearing cache, like typical
Mm-hmm.
like buggy things. So the game does still have a lot of little buggy issues. The
Mm-hmm.
marketplace filters like not working. Sometimes your breeding pool, when you get to a lot of horses in your breeding pool, so if you start like mass breeding and really getting into the game and managing like a bigger stable, which I recommend all the time. I'm like it's easy to farm some quest points just getting like 5, 10 horses or whatever. You see how easy it is now. Like it's like really just a waiting game. We talked most of the time. There wasn't a
Mm-hmm.
ton of play here, right? So managing more horses is a very realistic thing in this type of game, and it's how you build up a lot of quest points too. So
Yeah. Yeah, man. Okay. Shoot. What else? Is there anything else?
let's go to Zed Sight, and then let's go ahead and talk about some of the Zed Sight stuff.
Okay.
Go ahead and go up to. Let's just go to stable. We're gonna look up my stable so you have more clicks to mess with here, and I'm gonna show you like kind of how I look at breeding, just some tips, pointers. I think this is kind of like the where here's some advice for new players. Um,
Okay.
take a peek at that stuff. Yeah, so I'd go to
Which one first?
stable.
Oh, stable. Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Wrong one.
yeah, and I definitely recommend clicking around the site at whatever point and just kind of checking things out because you can sign in and link your stable to it to your sign in. That way
Over
it
here.
saves it. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
you don't have to
Okay.
do it right now. Like just
Yeah.
something you can do later.
Mm.
Tempest is always around. If you ping him, he'll get back to you all the time in Gen Chat. He has his own Discord server. I think that's linked. Yeah, Discord's up there. His link to his Discord server
Oh,
off of this site. Yeah. So go ahead and
I'll have
type
to
in
join that later.
type. Yep. Type in Bunny Ranch.
But this is the one you manage, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So and that's why I said let's just go to this one because there's 600 horses that you can sit here and poke around through, and I can show
Ah,
you guys
damn.
some stuff. I can show everybody a little bit of stuff. So I don't got any racers currently. Go ahead and go to Breeders tab. Um,
Oh, okay.
And then right down here in the filters, you can just start sorting things. One of the biggest things is like, let's not even filter yet. Let's just go, well, let's go ahead and filter the bloodline. Just do uncheck the Zabo, Finney, and Buse. Uncheck those.
Zaniv. Okay. Just the
And then,
Nakamoto's.
yeah, let's just do the
Okay.
Nakamoto's. Then hit the generation drop down there. Right, that's the second drop
Oh,
down right by the bloodlines. Yeah, and then just go down to I don't know, Gen 2 or 3, like just way down, lay down. Just want to talk about like some of like the lineage building and just pointers and tips of how I select like some of my stuff, uh, especially early on. Like right, like later generations, I told you there's so much mixed up stuff, especially like when I started playing, it was tons of mixed up lineage and stuff like that. So when you pick up a 4.5 star generation 38 horse, like looking through, you never 100% know like what all you're gonna get. But I'm gonna show you how to do that here in just a second. I just
okay.
want to show you. some real quick sorting, like when looking through a stable, right? This is what makes it really quick. You can go scroll down here a bit. You can see I got 109 Generation 2 horses right there, right? Male, female, and that's all my Nakamotos right there, right? So most of my lineage right now is Gen 1, 2, 3s, and 4s. So, but I'm just now getting ready to go into 5 and then a little more. So, so we scroll down and then over here in the sorting, like all these little different things where you can sort. I can sort by rating. I can filter by ratings. I can sort by ratings, like all that stuff. But what I want to point out here is if you sort by, you see the quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Remember we talked about the finish positions that you can look real quick and see,
Oh yeah.
oh, there's a
Mm-hmm.
pattern here with this horse. So not in the filters, but over here, down here, actually on the table in the sort, you see average, best, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4.
Oh, right here. Okay. Oh, right here. Okay.
So just sort by Q1.
How do you do that? You just click Q1?
Just click it, yep.
Okay. Okay.
And then click it so it goes the other way. We'll look at our best Q1s. Like I want my fast starters here, right? Because my Nakamotos that I'm breeding them, their general rule of thumb is they're fast starters, right? General rule of thumb for Finnies is they're strong finishers, and then
Oh,
Zabo's steady.
well, hold on,
And
hold on. Can you say that again?
oh yeah, here, yeah, you ready? Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. What is it? Nakamoto? What?
uh, Nakamoto is like the strong starter.
Okay.
That's what it's typically general rule of thumb. This is not like 100% set in stone. And I'm going to
Yeah.
show you that part as well. So strong starters. So typically first, second quarter is what I want to see these guys doing. That's the ones I want to continue to breed lineage with down the line
Mm-hmm.
for my sets, right? Like I'm like, okay, I want to get my strong starters and weed them out. Um, Zabos are steady, like steady runners. They could be strong in a third quarter or whatever. They can still have a strong quarter, but they're typically steady runners. Um, then your finnies are strong finishers,
Okay.
and your buterins are like wild cards, random behaviors and stuff. So like, who knows what you get with buterin?
Okay. So, oh, okay. Oh, so, oop, I missed one. That strong finishers. What was that one from? Or what blind
Finny,
line? Oh,
the
Finny. Okay.
finny.
Okay.
Yeah, finnies are really fun too. Like they're those ones that, so we were looking at that horse earlier that I told you to
Mm-hmm.
click on and scroll down, right? Like and we saw that it was like really weak, consistently really weak in the first couple quarters, and then it finished strong, and it had like a bunch of like top 3 finishes actually. Like that was I think one of Spaghetti's horses.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's typically what a lot of Finnies will look like is their third quarter into their last quarter is looking a lot stronger than like their first and second, where you might see a lot of 6th through 8th place finishes, well quarter positions in their first and second quarters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's typical of a Finny. And now what we're looking at here is you can see like this is my average. So what we're looking at on this table is average quarter position, right? So
Yeah.
you can see like these top horses here, we just sorted by quarter 1. We can see my top horses here are average finishing in first place on that first quarter, right? And then it kind of slowly goes down here or there. I have that one horse right here, Joyful Graces, has first and second quarter that it consistently held first place in, and then maybe it loses a little bit of ground in third quarter. So right,
Oh,
so
okay.
typically when I'm lining stuff up, I want to look for that first, second quarter strength and line up at the bare minimum that. Then you can look at your average speeds, best speeds.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I don't race enough races to unlock all the stats normally when I'm burning through the generations of, but I'll get my 1 to 2 days of playtime in. Here's a bunch of Gen 1s I'm gonna breed. Here's a bunch of Gen 2s, bunch of Gen 3s. End up with like 26 new horses or whatever,
Jesus.
and then sort them, for the next batch.
You just taking the default name too?
I do. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't
And
got time for that shit.
I am very late. I'm like click 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 click. Okay, I'm done. If people outbid me, I don't care. Once all my auctions go through, I see what I got and what I don't got. Change everything to voids and then call it a day. Yeah,
But
I'm like
yeah.
I don't recommend playing exactly like I do. Trying to build some lineage out as fast as possible with the limited time that I have. And so I also do some of the 4.5s like that hoodie shot me. He's like, "Here, man, have some 4.5s. Like, try to get something competitive up there." I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Thanks, man. Appreciate it." I'm like, "Cause yeah, it's gonna take me a while. If building new lineage, like bare minimum in order to catch up to like a lot of that, you're trying to get to like Gen 20 and stuff to start seeing a lot of results from that. Even I think you can start seeing results sooner, obviously, Gen 10 with cleaner lines and good lineage build. Um, but but to catch up to the top players right now, like that are in it and breeding 50 plus horses,
Mm-hmm.
consistently, constantly, like keeping 50 horses in the race pool or more, then you're looking at turning and burning as fast as possible to get your lineage caught up. So a minimum of 30 plus days to build a line out if you were breeding every single day, and retiring at the 5 races or every 24 hours would be like 8 races. So
So are you like playing the long game or something, and you're trying to build your own lineage and not just getting some high end horses from people and just going off of their stuff? You're building your own,
yeah,
or
yeah.
okay, huh?
And that's why I'm like, yeah, don't sleep because you can probably get some good lineage. It'll take you a few days, a couple weeks or whatever to get there. But don't sleep on your like Gen Zeros. Use them up because at the very least they're forge tokens.
Yeah.
That you can get and typically pretty cheap. So like you want to stay cheaper in this realm because even a 4 star or 4.5 star Gen 2, 3, 4, whatever is probably not going to be competing with the power creep of a generation like 30.
Mm-hmm.
4.5 star. Will it get some wins? Absolutely. Will it be in the top 80, like taking all their money? Probably not. And you're gonna see that in like the speeds and stuff like that. That's why I said don't really lean too heavily on just quarter positions or just speeds. Pay
Mm-hmm.
attention to what it is you're focusing on. Like I'm building generations and lineage through lower generations right now, so I'm not really too worried about the speeds, other than watching my lines get a little bit faster over time. That's what I'm looking for, and then also good side rolls and up rolls from the star ratings themselves. So when I'm looking through that, looking at some of the ratings, looking at some of the speeds, looking at my quarter positions, and
Mm-hmm.
matching up my horse's behaviors as best as I can to make the next generation. Now, let's go ahead and go to one more thing. Go ahead and resort that quarter one to flip it around again. And just so I can show you when I say like general rule of thumb is uh, Nakamoto's are strong starters, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can see here that we resorted. I have plenty of Nakamoto's. These are 3 stars. I got one 4 star down here that is definitely a strong third quarter. So down here, the first 4 star rated one, Radiant
Uh-huh.
Moonstone that you see that third quarter is green versus like all
Mm-hmm.
these other ones. Uh, Definitely not a strong starter, and it's a strong third quarter versus everything else. So definitely not the Nakamoto that I wanted, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, maybe I'll do something with it with another third quarter Nakamoto sometime. I don't know,
How long
or
have you
maybe I
been playing the game?
mix that with a Vinny. I've been playing only for a few months. I can't remember when I actually started playing. I worked for VHS though for the last year and a half, and then December I was done with them, and then just started playing and stuff with all the users that were still left here.
Hmm. Damn. Okay. Is there any other ones that we need to look at on this site?
The only other thing is let's go to home on
Okay.
this site. So this is the last thing, and this is what I wanted to show you with your horses specifically. And then let's type in one of the names of your horses,
Oh,
one of the ones that I gave you, the stud or whatever.
okay.
I can't remember
Like
I
the
can't
new one
remember
that
the
I just
name off
made.
the top of my head. But yeah, the one that you just made
Oh
works perfectly. Excellent.
shoot. What did I name him? Oh, I think it was this. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so Gen 36, click on that, and then I want to show you what I'm talking about with like the generations and the lineage now versus like if you're building your own or whatever. So go ahead down. See, you got no stats yet because it hasn't raced yet, but that's fine. Race history, blah blah blah, is all gonna be uh, blank pretty much. Go to lineage though. If you go to that lineage tab,
Hmm.
that's where you're gonna see crazy stuff.
Oh shit.
So again, the power of Zed Sight here. I definitely recommend like taking a peek, looking at what you're getting, and looking at where you're at. You can see here that it's got some. It shows your quarter positions. Again, another strong thing to just kind of peek
Mm-hmm.
at a quick glance and use as a reference. Your average quarter positions of all your lineage are right there, which shows back half um, for those quarter positions lineage. But then if you scroll down a little bit and you look at these first couple generations in, you see like second quarter for that first set of horses, then that next set of horses, first quarter. Down below that, first quarter strong with decent last quarter. And then you can open, yep,
Oh
expand and look at each
damn.
individual horse. Yep.
Dude, this site is crazy, man. Shit. Oh, I can't even imagine how long he was, how much time and effort he had to put on all of this. Damn. Oh wow.
Yeah, Tempest is a beast, and obviously he shares this site with the community. This is a lot of the stuff that using to build his he's used to build his stable out with has been from the development of this site.
Damn. Can you imagine if he just kept this to himself? Oh, shit.
We would all be sunk. None of the other players would be caught up to him.
Yeah. Holy
Uh,
hell.
just just managing your stable. Whenever I go to that stable page or the breeding page is very similar to the stable tab.
Mhm.
Whenever I go to that, it actually I open multiple tabs so I can put in multiple like several studs at once. Like it saves me a lot of time with 600 horses, right? You saw that I
Mhm.
had 600 horses sitting there. I could not possibly do that on the champ site and be scrolling through because the loading issues with that many horses in the breeding tab, even has issues even selecting filters. It still takes a bit to try to load. Sometimes selecting the filters before like loading everything kind of breaks things. So yeah, Zed site
Mm.
for sure. Once you get even 20 horses, 100 horses, whatever, if you're managing uh, around that area, like
Yeah.
you're really um, hurting yourself if you're not using Zed Sight. Like that's the biggest thing. And I wanted to show you the lineage because I wanted to show you like what I was talking about with so much mixed up blood and
Mhm.
um, people were just going straight. I'm going to smash the two highest star ratings together that I could find. Oh, I want high
Yep.
speed. I want to focus on speed ratings and average, not paying attention to like finishings and quarter positions and stuff like that, right? So, um, a lot less tooling. We didn't even have quarter positions in Zeds on the champ site, even. Um,
Yeah.
at launch. Like it was a few months after launch that they had quarter positions even on on the game. So
Yeah. Jesus.
yeah, yeah, you literally had to watch the races and track it all yourself.
And I feel like that if you guys didn't have this tool, a lot of the players would not be interested in playing. If there's, like you said, there's that many bugs and trying to open so many tabs and trying to keep track of things just on your own. I feel like a lot of more of the community would not be here. I mean, look at how easy this is. Jeez, all the information is just right in your face.
Yeah, yeah. So now it is definitely a lot easier to build a little bit cleaner lineage
Mm-hmm.
and build a strategy around breeding than it used to be. Yeah, and it's a must use. Like it's if you want to play this game and try to compete with the top guys, right now. Like this is a must use, like hands down. Building some strategy because all this quick glance info, like even just the quick little bits, just to be like, okay, boom, I want that, I want that, I want that. Bam, I found another match. I can go to the marketplace, put in the same filters for matching up another horse, find a horse to buy on the marketplace real quick, right? Right, like
Mm-hmm.
same filters that I just used to sort for my horses. Like, okay, sweet, I have a mare. I need a couple studs. Let me find studs with this setup and these numbers and whatever, right? Like this range. So it makes this site makes everything a lot quicker. Marketplace on Champs, the filters don't even work. Here you can actually filter the marketplace and then find the horse. There's a little delay on the marketplace, I think like 8 minutes or something like that, maybe,
Jesus.
for through here. But otherwise, it works great.
Um. Okay, so just so I understand this part. So say like peace of mind. These are you said quarter positions. So 1.8 was what he was as it first started. He was in first place, and then fell to second in the second quarter, and
Yeah,
then ended at third.
third, and then hit it at third. Yep. And those are average.
Oh,
So those are
yeah.
that's an average for all the races. So it actually gives you the pattern essentially of the horse versus
Okay.
a race to race breakdown. Yeah, so that's basically the average across all of the horses races of the quarter
Damn.
positions. But typically, general pattern was it was leading in the first quarter, fell back a little bit, but still kept lead. It looks like for a lot of races, probably passed by other um, similar fast starters or whatever.
Hmm.
And fell back in the third quarter. So yeah, strongest first quarter, second quarter second strongest, third quarter worst because it had some kind of sprint apparently to get a little bit better fourth quarter than third quarter, but otherwise they're about the same, right? Like 3.4, 3.3 average.
Hmm.
So
And I think you might have mentioned this already. I'm pretty sure you did. I don't know if I'm just gonna repeating myself on this one, but um, let's just say you have a really good horse and they're constantly winning or win often. You said 15 or no, 5 races to retire, right?
yeah,
But
five
what
races
if you want to
minimum.
just if this horse is really good, why? I mean, and you don't want to ever retire them because they're doing really good, and people might be staking, or you might be able to stake onto your horse to keep them there longer, to race longer. Um, why can't you do that, or does the game
Yeah,
force
no.
retire them?
No, there's a horse. There's Gen Zeros in the race pool still to this day. There's a Gen Zero that has 500,000 Zed on it, and it started with 10,000 Zed. Like it's a three-star
Jesus,
Gen Zero that's been racing since the game launched.
gee,
Uh, it
oh
it
shit,
it's still in the race pool racing. It's over a year old. April 24th was its birthday.
damn! You even know the birthday?
Yeah,
God
I
damn.
keep it. I keep an eye on that horse. I feel bad. I forgot to say happy birthday to that horse on its birthday on April
Oh,
24th. But
who
but
owns it?
I think it's a stable that stopped playing. I think they
What?
like started at launch and then it was just like ugh, whatever. I don't know.
What?
Either that
Oh,
or that horse was just stuck in the race pool and they gave up, or I don't know. I
damn.
I don't remember who the stable is or anything, but like the stable names on the horse and everything. But yeah, if you look at the balance leaderboard on the champ site and look at the highest balance horse, it's a 3-star horse that's been racing for over 1,600 races.
Oh, hold on. I want to see it. Where do you find it?
Go back to the champs website
Okay.
and then the leaderboard, the trophy about midway down, just above. Yeah, and balance leaderboard sorted right there. The top horse, 3-star. It's got
Virtuous cat?
628,000.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
gluten-free farms. Yeah, don't know who that is, but they have a horse that's raced 1,600, 52 races.
It's the only horse.
Yeah,
Oh, racing. Oh yeah. And then some what the hell? That's
yeah.
crazy, man.
They got a 500,000 Zed just sitting there,
I mean, how
and
much is that even worth? 548. Probably. Oh, I'm not even gonna guess. I just
like
what is
100.
that?
What is it? $150.
What? Just people
off the
just
top of
keep
my head.
putting it in.
No, it keeps winning sometimes. Like it'll go down. Like I've seen it down to like 400,000, then back up to like 600,000 now.
God damn, man.
It's got 4.5 star sprint. So, but yeah, only 3 star endurance.
Wow.
So it's like pretty easy to be like, yeah. But scroll down and look at its last 5 races. Let's see if it got second place, seventh, fifth. So it just got a second place recently and
Oh,
lost
second,
money.
seven, fifth, seven, seven. Jesus.
Yeah,
Gluten-free farms. Yeah, man.
yeah. I don't
I'll
know.
have to try to find them and say, hey, give me that horse.
Like, yo, I want to buy that. Buy it for 100 Zed.
Damn, man. And then that's the oldest one? Holy hell.
That 2.5 stars there too and it's got 198
Oh
or
my
199.
God.
Yep, that 2.5 stars is also 1,600 also at launch.
Have you seen this one? This stable? Are they active in the
Uh,
game?
I've seen them here and there, but I don't know how active they've been. I haven't seen Chesapeake. The name definitely looks familiar, but I don't know if that's because I've seen that horse on the leaderboard or if I've actually seen them out and about racing again. So.
Wow, that's so cool, man. Holy crap. Okay. Damn.
Yeah, and it could be that those horses got stuck somewhere in between, and so they might just be stuck in the pool. But like they can't be forced retired. That's for sure. Like nobody unless the entire pool goes up past 600,000 Zed.
Which probably would never happen, right? Not even close.
I mean, not in the current state. Like
Yeah.
definitely not. There's not enough volume to be that competitive. Like
Man,
you
that's
know,
so
not
cool.
10, yeah, I think 50-ish thousand is the most I see for horses that people really want to get their hands on. But maybe 100,000 I've seen here recently. But otherwise, I haven't seen anything warranting knocking those two horses out anytime soon.
That's so cool just to see that, from launch, just chilling there the entire time. Wow. Okay. All right. Is there anything else, just in case?
I think that's it. Let's see. I showed you the lineage stuff on the why when I talk about the lineage, mixed lineage and stuff, right? Like, now you can look at your horse and see like, oh yeah, man, that is kind of mixed up. Like, will I get better results starting a new
Mm-hmm.
line? Will I get so this is like for the new players like looking in and maybe watching this. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
listen to all this in stuff because there's some pointers and tips. Building a new lineage for 10, 20 generations might actually end up being better than picking up some mixed up stuff that you don't know what you're going to end up with, and you might get a lot more down rolls than you should versus having a cleaner lineage. Now again, the top stables are really good at printing horses, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you see some of their horses go on sale. It might be a down roll, and they're just not dealing with down rolls. Um, but it might still be a good, strong lineage. So it might be some of their 4.5s and 5 stars that they were breeding, and they rolled 4 stars. You might
Mm-hmm.
look for 4 star horses from Tempest, Spaghetti, Hoodie. I've seen DB has had some good horses at times that she puts up for sale. Again, she'll announce it in the channels.
Oh, I think she just mentioned something about two sables on the speed chart. Oh shit! I remember seeing her from Zed Run.
Yeah, yeah,
Holy
yeah.
hell!
She plays about the same way that she has in Zed Run. She'll sell some horses, she'll breed some horses, play, you know, sell, turn
Damn.
and breed again.
Uh, okay. Anything else? Just want to make sure before we end up closing
That's
out.
that's it. I think that's it, right? Like any other questions or anything?
Not that I can think of. And probably Niner over here fell asleep. I don't know, man. Like
Right.
Zed Champion lullaby.
I know. Listen to me talk is not sleeping melodies though, probably.
Okay. So just again, I just want to make sure. Is there anything else before I end up closing it out? Any final tips or advice?
uh, have fun. Make sure you're
Mm-hmm.
playing with Zed that you're willing to lose because
Mm-hmm.
it, it is still a competitive game. But yeah, like just have fun and poke around with stuff and ask questions in Gen chat and starter chat and stuff too. So that's it.
I might try to get with you though on checking out the market, or kind of trying to assist me a little bit more in breeding if you're able to, or whenever you have time. It would just be like a separate thing, no like video towards it, or unless you wanted to make a video towards it, but just to kind of see if I'm looking at the things correctly when I'm trying to get a new breed or a racer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll jump in chat and watch the screen and stuff anytime that I can. So
Okay. All right, I'll hit you up on that sooner or later, as soon as I start trying to get a better understanding of this. But okay. All right. All right. So thank you for being here today. That concludes the session. And then for those who end up watching, make sure to follow, leave your comments, and turn on the notification for future sessions. Oh man, is it Guyce?
Guyce guy, just
Guyce?
guy is fine.
Guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
Guyce guy. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate for coming. Doc Snyder, appreciate you even showing up and just chilling here. Yeah, I'll see you on general chat. Appreciate it, man.
See you out in the races.
Yeah. Have a good day, man. Bye.
You too. Bye.